What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Past the Barb. You are listening to the #1 outdoor podcast in the world, coming to you live right now. Well, probably not, depending on when you're listening to this, but it is Wednesday.
Yeah, we aren't live.
Well, yeah, but it sounded sweet, dude. Like, what if it was?
We haven't done that yet.
God. All right. Well, we're gonna run it. We're gonna run it anyway.
Yeah, run it back. Re-intro.
#1 outdoor podcast in the world. Okay, let's get it. But we are back. We got all the boys tonight. We have an awesome guest, and we got a lot to talk about. I feel like it's been an eternity since we actually all chatted. So
yeah, if you're new to this podcast, you would actually have no idea that there's 3 hosts. Like if you chimed in and if you got here in about April, yeah, we're all here.
Wow.
Ta-da!
Wow. But we're back. We're here.
I'm so excited. Not only am I excited because right before I came on here, I kind of did, a little stat checking again. I'm a big stat guy, and we still today, even though all 3 of us haven't been in one room for a long time, let alone the pod, we are still ranking #1 in the world.
It's incredible
for outdoor podcasts. We're #1 in the world, and that is all thanks to you. So if you're listening, thank you. Much appreciated. And keep spreading the word. It's because you guys, we lock down these, 6, 7, 8-figure brand deals, and we're just going to keep bringing the fire.
We appreciate it. Andy.
Yeah, the guest tonight was like, yeah, that's how we get these guests, though. We pay them fat cash.
Women.
No, I'm super excited.
It'll make sense later.
I'm actually really, really excited that all 3 of us are here because, like, Bart, Ryan, myself, we're super good buddies, but somewhere in the Midwest is super busy. Somewhere in the Midwest, somewhere everywhere is busy, but like we've been going, and we haven't got a chance to really even like catch up with each other. So it's going to be a really good pod. Like I'm pretty fired up to be here. Bart, what is new?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest here, and this is a great way to light up a podcast of us like being excited to be back. What is new? What has been going on for me? Nothing. Like literally,
that is not
nothing.
true.
Unreal.
Not true.
Okay.
I opened up a Snapchat last night, and there was some sort of graffiti art on your body for the rest of your life. I was going to screenshot it, send it to your family members, send it to your mom and dad, send it to your grandparents.
It was an explicit photo.
Yeah. Okay. So I got a new tattoo. Well, you can't really see it very well based on the lighting in here.
Hold it in front of the camera. I want to see.
Yeah,
well, it's not like it's.
Oh,
I'm trying to. It's always weird with a camera angle trying to figure it out. But yeah, so for our YouTube listeners, I got a tattoo from Dane. I've always wanted. So I've had a hook on my arm forever, or not forever, for like 5 years now, something like that. And the coordinates on it, I'd always grown up being like, okay, like I'll eventually get tattoos, and I want like my right arm to be like my fishing arm, because that's like what I hold a fishing rod with, and like film, like stuff like that, and outdoors. So I kind of wanted like different memoriam items and stuff like that on there. So the hook I had on here has 2 different waypoints on it, and it's the place I fished my first tournament and the place I first remember catching a bass with my dad and my grandpa. So then I wanted to get start working on the sleeve and getting like more of them included. So Dane and I met up earlier this week, and I got kind of the first part is Kentucky Lake. So pretty cool. Got a smallmouth on there with a tube, some rocks, and some stumps. I got we got a bunch more stuff drawn out that'll kind of get worked on for a while now, but yeah, it was cool to get that done. I have three different sessions, I would say now, of tattoos. But this was my first one actually where have you guys heard of tattoo flu?
No.
Okay. So like when you get tattoos, obviously like you're getting stabbed by a needle for a long time. And like, just depending how long the session is or what goes on, like your body goes through a lot in that time frame, obviously, because like you're crushing your skin and then it's healing and like there's ink there and stuff going on. I don't know all the scientific stuff, but basically your body's going through a lot. And it can like all your response like goes to your arm or whatever, and like you kind of just will feel sick. And I got it for the first time after this one, because I think Dane and I did stuff for like 2.5 hours.
Well,
and
that's like a complex of a tattoo. Like there's a lot of shading and stuff in that one.
Yeah,
like,
and I was like chilling. It was good the whole time. It actually didn't get bad until like after dinner, like 7 to like 10 o'clock, and then I just went to bed and I woke up the next day. But feels fine now, honestly, for the most part. Not really even sore or anything. So we're good there.
Anybody who's listening on Spotify, I want you to like describe them the tattoo in detail.
Well, it is a smallmouth. So it's a sleeve. The bottom of the sleeve is some rocks, some logs, and a tube, and then there's like my whole forearm is basically a smallmouth now.
It's sick.
Yeah.
Dane did a really good job.
Yeah, it's really
for people
good.
that don't, Dane's like a legit tattoo artist. This wasn't like some stick and poke behind the dumpster.
No,
thing.
yeah, Dane's insanely talented. Yeah, Dane's really good. So that turned out great. Other than that, other new thing is I posted another video, so that's cool.
Yes,
got the YouTube channel. It's not one video. We got another one going and more going. But no, honestly, like what's been going on with me and new and like how's it been? Like honestly, like, and I'm really excited to be here and chat with you boys because I'm excited to have fun. But like the last 2 or 3 weeks have been rough for me just because I've been chilling in this dungeon staring at film of other people catching fish.
You've been an editing gremlin.
Oof.
Yeah, dude, I haven't. The last time I started my boat was July 4th. I went out with Alyssa to fish for 2 hours. I've not been out by myself, like fishing, doing anything in forever, just because I got so much work going on and so much stuff with other people. So, I mean, it's all good. Like I can see the light kind of at the end of the tunnel. So we're just grinding through it right now. I got a big tournament coming up in a week and a half. So I will be getting on the water, but it's like trying to get prepped for being able to leave for that, you know?
What's your derby in a week and a half?
I got Bass Nation State on the Mississippi River in Winona. So I'm
nice.
excited about that. Yeah. That'll be fun.
When's practice for that?
So it's not this Saturday. So after this weekend, it goes off limits for a week, and then it would be the next Saturday is the first official day of practice. So I'm going to get a practice for 2 days because then after Sunday practice, I'm going to have to drive up to Lahamadu to film the Champions Tour Monday and Tuesday. And then Tuesday, once the Champions Tour is done, I will get in my truck, drive to my house, drop off my camera gear, and then I will drive back down to Winona and then launch my boat the next day for a tournament. So kind of a whirlwind of an 8 or 9 days, but it'll be nice to get. Honestly, it's going to be really nice to get out of the house. So
you're gonna enjoy it, dude. Like you're gonna have fun at that practice and that tournament.
Oh, dude, I'm so excited. That's like what's getting me through all this editing and getting these videos done. Like I got 2 or 3 more videos from this spring that I'm finishing up editing right now that'll go live on the YouTube in the next few weeks. So like, and then I'm going to film a bunch more. So I feel like I'm finally getting over the hump. So yeah, I'm pumped about it. And now that things kind of, you know how it is, Sobi, like taking the leap with the YouTube stuff. Like you want everything to be perfect. And then eventually it's just like, fuck it. Like, I'm just posting it. Like I called Luke yesterday and I was like, can we post that video tomorrow? And he's like, yeah, I can be done with it. I was like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
So shout out Luke Boots for people who know him from the Chronicles and Champions Tour. He's been helping me out with a bunch of stuff this summer, and there will be a bunch more coming. Both this summer, the fall, the winter, you name it. We're rocking it out. So appreciate him. But yeah.
One thing I got to say too, I'm circling back one last time on that tattoo. Like there's just like a sick, dirty part of me that wants to walk up to Alyssa at the wedding and just be like, dude, I saw Adam's recent tattoo. I know you guys are into tattoos. Like, and I saw, like the waypoints on it. Like, is that like the dock where he proposed to you? and I want her to be like, no, it's from tournaments.
No, that's the funny.
I'm sorry.
I will say, it's like, no shame. I will say this. I got home from the tattoo and Alyssa looked at me and she's like, so what do you think? And like, hand up, flat out, I will say, I was like, there's a little something when you have a sleeve. Like, you just kind of look down and you're like, yeah. You're just like, yep.
I'm clipping that.
You just feel a little tougher, just a little bit. You're like you just kind of look at yourself and you're like, yeah. Like, I don't know how.
Bart's just been kicking over cones and stuff.
Yeah.
Walking down the road.
I don't
Yeah,
really,
just,
dude.
He
I
kind
don't
of
really
just
know
walks
how
into
to
place now and goes like, yeah, I'd fight.
Yeah, I don't really know how to explain it, but you're just like, yeah, you know, what of it? It like, for anybody who maybe has a sleeve out there, I think they're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about when I say,
dude,
that.
you're gonna be in some bar brawl someday, and you're gonna roll up your sleeves, and they're gonna see it, and the dude you're fighting is gonna be like, dude, I listened to the pod, and I know you puked over that tattoo.
I didn't puke, for the record. No, I just laid on the couch. But no, yeah, it is a legit thing though. Like, I was like, man, like, I'm gonna wear t-shirts. Like,
it is sick. Dane crushed it. Dane
and
amazing.
like, exactly. It's just, the smallmouth is so good. Like, if people get
it looks legit.
The shading work is like incredible. Like,
it's super legit. So, anyways, what have you boys been up to?
Ryan hit it.
A lot, I guess, dude. Like, let's see. Over the weekend, I did a little fishing. I've been musky banging a bit, which has been fun. Dude, I had a good day on Saturday. Actually, I caught one like right away, first spot actually of the day, on a top water, which was sick. It just absolutely.
Were you solo?
Yeah, I was. Yep. Yeah, and like, I don't know, like, getting one right away is always fun, right? Like, 'cause you're like, okay, things are rolling.
Well, it's like ultimate skunk out of the boat confidence. You're like, I can musky fish the rest of the day.
Yeah, and it was a topwater bite, which is always exciting, right? It just absolutely exploded on it, and I got a hell of a jump out of that fish too. Like, it launched like halfway back to the boat. It was pretty cool.
Is this, you're talking about before Waldo's baby party?
The same day, yeah. Yeah. And so I was like, yeah, Waldo was having like a whatever baby party thing at his house,
baby shower.
Yeah, and
it's called Huggies and Chuggies.
Yeah. It was. I mean, but yeah, so
that's what
I was
said on Facebook.
Planning on going there, so I was like, all right, I'm only gonna fish till like 11:30 noon. I'll bail out of here, right? So like, I catch that one right away, keep fishing, and like, it didn't seem super bitey out, but then like, all of a sudden I had another one eat, and I was like, oh, maybe it's like kind of going down, because I just had like some action like back to back, dude. And then I had one eat one of my like homemade baits, which was super cool.
Sick.
But dude, like, watching, it was a very large muskie, and watching it eat that and not get hooked was brutal. Absolutely brutal, dude. Like, I set the hook on it and the rod just like loaded up and the bait just came flying out of its mouth, but it just came out absolutely nowhere and crushed it. It was super cool.
Was it was like 8 or right by
no
mouth?
it was like 2 cranks before I was going to turn into the 8, and the fish just came out of nowhere from deep, like underneath it, and just engulfed the bait all the way to the leader, dude. Like, couldn't even see it anymore. And I just swung on it, and like I said, the rod just like loaded up all the way to the handle, and it just came flying out. Like, it must have just hit something hard and just not got buried. I'm not sure what happened, but it was wicked cool. It was a super big fish. And then I was like, I'm staying. So then I ended up getting to Waldo super late, because I was like, it's like going down, but it absolutely did not after that.
Damn.
But metro banging, you know, so it was like, it got so busy out there, people tubing and water skiing and stuff, and I was just like, didn't feel right. So I got out of there and then went to the party and hung out for a while, which was fun. Barty boy was there, all the boys were there except you.
Hell yeah. I was at a bachelor party. I would have ran.
I know. But that was fun. Let's see, on Sunday, picked a whole bunch of mushrooms, which was fun, dude. The chanterelles are going. And we loaded up. Yep.
How do you like to cook your chanterelles?
Well, I've made them like quite a few different ways. Like, the ones we got, just because we weren't going to use them right away, we just like sauteed them so they have like a lot of water in them. So you like throw them in a pan with nothing. You just like start to cook them down. It lets all the water out. You just kind of drain that off. Then I just threw like some butter and a little oil in there, and then just sauteed them in that. And then we just vacuum sealed them and threw them in the freezer. So I have like a bunch of them like ready to go. So they're like already like sauteed in butter or whatever. So you just dump them out and use them in whatever you're cooking. But I just made I went and got some more tonight actually right before this and made like a pasta thing. It was like chili chicken thighs with like chanterelles and like a cream sauce, dude, and some pasta. Unreal, dude. Unreal.
Where did you find these chanterelles? Like not the exact location, but like, did you have a spot or were you just like, I'm going to go look for them on some public land, or did you like?
Yeah, it's a public spot. It's just like by this lake I like to fish. The one time I just randomly stumbled on them there in like the woods, and I was like, oh, this is cool. And I've gone back like the past couple of years and scored them out of the same spot. So we've been kind of checking on it like since the beginning of July, and it's just like they weren't there. And then we went on Sunday just to check it one more time, and it was like loaded. So we got like a ton out of there, and then we went back today and scored some more. But yeah, it's like chanterelle time. So if you got good woods for that, go poke around. Because
well, dude, like once again, I've been inside for the last month. However,
yeah,
it seems like it's rained a lot and been really hot, and I think that's really good for mushrooms. I'm not a forager, but like it's got to be insane out there right now.
Yeah, the moisture gets them growing good. So I think there's going to be like a hella crop of them. But like, I scored, like I said, I scored some, so I like have some. Maybe I'll go look for some more, but I'm kind of like waiting to get more of those chicken of the woods mushrooms. Really like those, and those will start coming up usually like in August. So
I've never looked for chanterelles, but like if you had one tip to give, like where to look or high percentage areas, like what would you say?
I mean, at least the places that I find them are like places that are like have like hardwoods, but like a lot of the stuff, at least around like my house that has them, is all like it's like woods where everything is buckthorn in there, which is super weird. Like I don't know why they grow in that, but I don't know. I think chanterelles are like they can kind of grow all over, but the nice thing is kind of like those chicken of the woods ones. They're super easy to identify because they're like bright orange.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's easy to spot them. It's not like morels where you're really like got to look super hard. Like these ones, when you get around them, everything is green, and then these just like glowing orange mushrooms, and you're like, "Yep, on them."
Damn, that's sick. Making them in the cream sauce, dude, sounds so good.
Oh, dude, it was unreal. Yeah, it was super good. And I smashed that actually right before this. I just made it, and it was really good.
So you're like, yeah, I'm full.
Yeah, like I ate. I'm fed. But yeah. So that was fun. Let's see. I don't know. Last weekend, because I don't even remember, dude. But like, I think I've just
believe it's almost August. Like
I know it's crazy.
Very depressing. It's very depressing for me, actually.
No, we're not talking about that. We're going to talk about
the last time I went
bass
fishing, there were fish spawning. Like,
well, that's your problem.
I know it is, but it's like sad. I'm like shit.
Because like the fishing's been pretty good, dude. To be honest, like
yeah, that's what I've heard. Yeah. I'm gonna get out.
So I've been having fun, but yeah, no, we'll see. Because I was actually gonna go. I think Sam, I was talking to you the other day where I was like, dude, I'm so torn. I don't know what to do. Yeah. Like, it's kind of that time of year. Like, I feel like you just have like opportunities to go do stuff and you want to do it all and you just like can't really. So
yeah, you were going to go bank salmon. You were going to go bass and you're going to go muskie fishing. Like it is like, there's
dude, a lot of there's just so much going on. Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, I'm looking forward to like the next couple of weeks. I think like next weekend, I'm doing a little bit longer trip up to Wisconsin, up by like Three Lakes, Eagle River up there. Muskies. So I think that's going to be, I think it's going to be a little bit of everything, but like definitely muskies and probably some walleye.
I got a wedding up there in October.
Oh,
well, I'll have it wore out by the time you get there, dude.
Bring the boat.
Yeah. I actually texted Pink about that. I was like, should I bring my boat there? He was like, yeah, you probably should. I was like, oh,
well, like, duh.
You're like, duh.
Like, all right.
Oh, I'm driving up to Wisconsin. Should I bring my boat? Nah, you probably hate it.
At this rate, I was like, oh, I probably should do that because I will not have been in my boat by then. Probably it'd be a good excuse.
That's fair. That's fair. You'll be like, I have to like make sure it works still.
Yeah, like I got to run the gas out of it so that I can winterize it.
Yeah. So that's been fun. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm just trying to plan some more stuff. Like I got definitely that one fishing weekend. That's kind of like a family trip, which I think will be super fun. and then we'll see. Trying to bang out some of these Tourney Tuesdays, brother.
Yeah, it's Tourney Tuesday time of year.
Dude, so you got to at least tell me though, because I didn't hear how it went last night.
So last night we were fishing.
Last night was the only one I think I said I would come to if you needed me.
Oh,
yeah. And you were just left on red, dude.
Yeah,
but honestly, you didn't miss out on much. Like our dirty OG home waters. Last night we had a Tourney Tuesday on a lake that was near and dear to Adam and I's heart. That's where we fished.
Where I won my first tournament.
Yeah, it's where we both won our first tournament. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was stingy, dude. It's not what it used to be. Obviously, you knew that past couple of years, but like we ended up taking third last night with
hell yeah
1090.
Sheesh.
We had one that there's a huge like age gap or year class gap between these fish. There's like high 3-pounders to some 4-pounders if you can get one, and then there's like 12 inchers. There was
just
so
a pile of them.
A pile of 12 to 14 inchers. And
well, at least it's coming back then, because I had heard
Yeah.
the population was really bad in there in general for a couple of years. So
yeah, I think the population is back, and also like this is crazy. Just about that lake, like the whole perimeter of the entire lake, the entirety of the lake, you could pick any square inch. The whole perimeter is bluegill beds. There's more
Really?
bluegills in that lake than I've ever seen in my entire life. You could talk to anybody, they'd say the same thing. You could side image around the whole lake in a circle, and every square inch of shoreline from the shore to 30 feet out, all bluegill beds. Unbelievable. I've never seen that many
Give
in my
that
whole
place a few years. Holy cow.
Yeah.
well, it's really good right now.
Everyone would be like, it's back.
But
yeah,
overall,
the largemouth are going to be insane. How are the Muskies doing out there?
I haven't been out there.
Or are there none in there anymore?
I was
No,
I
they're
wasn't
still
sure, but
Well, because
like,
they have to get stocked. They're tigers, right?
so here's what's
Yeah.
weird.
but they
we were
live a
out
long
there.
time too.
And these boys in a boat come like flying up to us in a little tin boat, and they're like waving their arms. And I'm like, what's up? What's up? They're like, do you have a pliers? I'm like, oh yeah, absolutely. Come on, pull alongside me. And they're like, we got 2 fish we need your help with. They had a 2-pound bass with a crankbait sideways in its gullet. And then they had like a 25-inch muskie, tiger muskie, small,
Yeah.
with a chartreuse crankbait sideways in its gullet.
And
I
you're
was
like, we throw crankbaits now.
and I'm like, yeah, Brock, tie on a crankbait now. They're eating it. But
That's
yeah,
awesome,
so
buddy.
I think there is some small ones still alive, and obviously I think there's probably some big ones too. I saw a couple on side imaging that I was like, that's a big muskie. So
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's
but yeah.
God, that's sweet.
Tourney
Yeah, no,
Tuesday's been good.
Dude, yeah. So, and anyone that's listening to this, like, has probably heard that we do this Tourney Tuesday League. Me and Sam signed up as a team this year,
Yeah.
and we have yet to fish together.
We've just been splitting
Dude,
time.
that championship payout is going to be incredible.
Yeah,
It
the
is,
sub
dude. There's
fees
sub
are
fees
racking up.
Yeah.
Funded by you guys.
Yeah, hopefully we win, so we
Let's get it back.
recoup some costs. Yeah, but
How
no,
many
we're
more Tourney Tuesdays are there?
I think 4. Well,
4
3
more
and then the
left.
championship. I think
Are you guys still leading, or are you leading points yet?
I think we're
we.
in
I think
third.
we're third. Yeah, we
think
were
we're
never
third.
leading, but we were in second.
Yeah.
Just Roush and Schroeder's just crushing it.
Yeah.
God, that's just remarkable.
I know. They're tough. They're tough folks to beat, dude. That
It's a competitive league, dude. Like,
It is,
you
dude.
gotta
It's a
be,
good
You got to
time.
be catching. But we're like steady, just like getting them, dude. Like solid
steady
limits
getting
every
jacked,
week.
Solid limits. It's been good.
Yeah.
A lot of shallow fishing, which is cool. Like usually it's always different years have been year of the drop shot or jig worm or offshore stuff. This year it's been a lot of frogging, flipping, getting nasty.
Sobi, speaking of frogging and flipping, I just went back and looked at the pods because I was like, when was Sobi last on? We haven't gotten to hear about your lacrosse, dude.
Oh my gosh.
You got best finish ever in a Champions Tour event, top 6.
we will make
He had to do interviews afterwards and everything.
Hell.
the media was bugging me, dude. Let me tell you a quick story of when I was getting interviewed by the media. And the media, I mean Bart. So me and Bart were shooting some kind of post game interviews because Bart puts together an amazing production for the Champions Tour.
I forgot about this.
And he's staging a couple different anglers and some spots, and he's getting artsy with it. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the vision always. And he finds a nice bench where I can sit down and kind of tell my story, my day through, because there's some footage that might make it to the cut for their production. And I am halfway into my day, really getting into the juice when I really start catching them in lacrosse. And all of a sudden I hear.
Well, no, you first hear. And you're like, is that a sprinkler?
And these sprinklers just start peppering me on the bench. And I'm like, it's fine. And Bart's like, we got to move.
Who runs their sprinklers at 2:35 in the afternoon on a sunny 96-degree day?
No, dude, they saw
this wasn't like a meet on the 9 situation.
Somebody was sitting there and just turned
it was the dead middle of the day in Mound.
Oh my God, that's awesome, dude.
It was ridiculous.
You should have just ran it.
Dude, he looked at me and he's like, I can make it through. And I was like, this is like the water hadn't hit him yet, but he was like, I don't think it's going to hit me. And I was like, we're going to move. And we literally moved and set up and looked back at the bench, and the bench was like a puddle. Like there was so much water on it.
I think that would have been an electric interview though, if you were just taking it.
Dude, I was like, I'm fine. And Bart's like, no, we're moving. But that was actually so funny. I burst out like a true laugh out loud on camera. Both Bart and I were just laughing. It was just, you could not have timed it better.
Yeah,
but
Walker and Evan were there laughing. It was funny.
The lacrosse tournament ended up really awesome. Totally shit the bed in the first half of this Champions Tour. This is a format where every fish counts. Everybody struggled in the first half.
Pick 4 hours. Every fish you can catch weigh in lacrosse. 4 hours. Do you know what was leading at the end of the first period?
I don't. I wasn't watching at all.
This is how grimy it was. It was 21 pounds.
9 fish.
Oh, boy.
9 fish. That's
not a lot of bass.
Second place was 19 pounds.
Oh.
Imagine fishing in lacrosse after you practice there for 2.5 or 3 days.
Yeah.
And 2 hours into fishing, you're like, I haven't had a bite. Oh, I had one dogfish that ate a frog off. I'm like, dude, I'm the worst fisherman in the world, dude. I don't think I know how to catch a bass.
Well, and then you look at the leaderboard.
In a place that has millions of bass.
And you look at the leaderboard and you're like, oh, wait, actually, if I catch a 3-pounder and a 2-pounder, I'm now in 17th.
Yeah.
Oh my God. How did they split it?
So it was from, I don't remember what the name of the slough is, but you know the chute just south of La Crosse that heads to Goose Island?
That Wigwam slough?
Yeah, it kind of splits. I don't know if it's Wigwam, but it splits once you get south of the city. And then one heads to the Wisconsin side towards Goose Island, and it goes all the way to the tracks. So right there. And then so they drew it out to the main channel, and then it went down to Brownsville. And then cut off there. So anything north of that was in the first half. Oh,
so the first half was the Black River and the salt docks and stuff.
Black River, the docks, the smallmouth wing dams up north, Target Lake.
Could you get to the dam and to the West Channel and stuff, or no?
Yeah. You can fish West Channel, all of it. But it was terrible.
It was so rough. I had 3 bass. And I was not checking the score tracker because I was I don't need my marshal to tell me that I'm totally sucking. But everybody I talked to around me, everybody was asking me how many you got? I'm like, dude, 0. And they're like, oh, I had 0 as well. I'm like, what, really? So I'm like, maybe I'm not out of this. As I roll back in, I had 5 minutes left. The dock's right by the access. There's 3 people fishing there with me, and there's 50 boats rolling in.
And Sobi, there's 2 places in Bassmaster and FLW that are notorious for last minute fish catches. It is Wolf Creek on Grand Lake, and it is the docks in the Black River next to Clinton Street Landing.
And that's where I stopped with 5 minutes left, dude. And 5 minutes left in the first period. All these boats are coming in, and they're still watching me and one other person fish. And all of a sudden, dude, I like hook up. And
Dude,
when
half
you
of the
get
guys have checked in and they gave up on the half and
They
they're
gave
tied
up,
up
dude.
to the docks. Like
And I'm
they're
like,
just
"Oh!"
like, screw it, I'm done.
Sobi's just in retread city, like, give it to me.
I'm like yelling at my marshal. I'm like, get your phone out now, dude. We got like 2 minutes, dude. I landed. It's like a
Slinging.
3.5 pounder, which felt like a 9 pounder at the time. And I like
Yeah.
lift this bass up and I'm like, never give up. And like everybody's like, yeah. And I don't know. It was my 4th bass of the day, but it felt like I moved a mountain. And then the
Damn.
second half was like,
I legitimately think that fish took him from like 50th place in the first half to like 26th.
Really?
Like, it was,
key bite right there, dude.
I think getting a check. I'm pretty sure I looked at the half because I was like, how bad is this actually? And I could look up right now. I could look at the weight sheet from Glenn. But I think last check might have been 9.5 pounds at the half.
Dude, because that's like so weird for there too. I love fishing there. That's
well,
like
there's just so many
favorite
fish.
venues.
there's so many fish. The water was just rising so much. The water.
Well, there's so
like
much to
3 feet in
find,
2
dude.
days.
Like,
yeah.
like you can actually find something yourself there, you know, versus like other places where you might all find the same thing. But
it's such a cool place. Like I have way more confidence now, not just because of a better finish, but way more confidence now. Just like the Champions Tour forces you to look at so much. And I just I ripped around and I saw a lot of pool 8 and I was like,
I'm sorry. I'm looking at
go
this
back
weight
and
sheet,
compete.
Sobi. Guess how many bags there were over 10 pounds in the first half?
Oh man, I have no idea.
I just counted. So
how many?
14.
Oh,
and there's what, 65 boats?
67.
67 boats.
70
Jeez. That's a tough river fishing bite right there, dude. Holy cow.
yeah, and on an every fish counts format, people were freaking out, myself included.
There were 10 zeros. There were almost as many zeros as bags over 10 pounds.
But at least you didn't feel out of it, you know?
No, I didn't. I was like, whatever, let's just go catch a bass. Like, I'm just at this point, it was like not even the tournament, it was like personal. Like, we just need to go catch a bass in the second half and then catch another bass and then try to catch another bass. Like,
just keep doing that.
Yeah. But in the second half, it was sweet. I got to get like comfortable and settle in. I went to an area that I had some fish under these mats and there was way more mats there. And it was like a mile and a half worth of mats that had kind of really formed that were not there before. And this was around the area that I had some isolated mats. And I'm like, maybe that's not going to be good because they're spread out now. But I think more fish came to it. And I just frogged. I basically frogged fresh duckweed mats the whole second half. And I started to catch a bass and then another bass and another bass. And then like a couple out of the same hole and another bass. And it's like, I'm just boat flipping everything. It's hot as hell. I'm getting greasy. I'm now fired up because I'm straight braid, slackline, hook setting, frogfish. Like it was awesome.
Sobi, I'm going to set the scene too for Pink here. Like you missed a very important part of this because I've went through and looked at Sobi's footage now because he gave me a bunch to use for the Champions Tour videos, which if people haven't seen them, you need to go watch the Vermilion videos. They're insane.
Yeah.
So many fish caught. But anyways, Sobi gave me the footage. And so I'm going through it and I'm like, I want to see what the second half is. The dude went from like 35th to 6th. Like, I want to see this.
Yep.
Sobi, you got so lucky you didn't go right over the top of your fish. Because this duckweed mat blew in and exploded, and he's like wandering around in it. And when he finds him, dude, he's just like reeling his frog in. Like, you know how you get it like 20 feet from the boat and you just like go to reel it in? Yeah. He goes to reel it in, and one just goes right next to the boat and he sets the hook and flips it in on a frog.
Sick.
I go,
in. So then,
and then
the best part is he makes like 8 casts around the boat. Like, where are they?
Yeah, yeah.
And then he's like, no way. And he just flips 8 feet from the boat, flips the frog out, hits the water, goes twitch, twitch. They are schooled 15 feet from his boat.
And it was unreal because
not have been closer.
Where I had dots, like my dots on these mats that were there, it did not look anything like that a day before that, by the way. There was like some nice big isolated mats, but big being like 70-yard mats, which sounds huge, but it went from 70 yards to 2 miles.
Right.
or
Dude,
a
like
mile.
it's such a big mat. You look at his GoPro on the back deck and you don't not see duckweed. That's
You don't
it.
even see water.
All
But dude, it's
duckweed.
crazy how many fish can get in that. Cause like there,
Yeah.
dude, like I found places when I was like down there where you'd get like 4 or 5 bites on one cast. You know what I mean? Like when you're really around a ton of them.
But I was freaking out, dude, because I like threw on these initial maps, like in the same areas that I had got like, 4 or 5 of them to roll. And it's like nothing, dude. Ghost town. I cast all around that ghost town. I cast a little tighter to the bank, ghost town. I'm like, they're probably so spread out because this is just a giant big dock now, basically, or big shade cover. Like I'm starting to bomb everywhere. Like maybe they're close. I have to find them. And then when we kind of found them, I'm like talking to our, I'm like, we found them. We found them. We got them. They're here.
So did you just mow out of that one spot for the whole second half?
I looked my marshal in the face and I said, we're not leaving. I'm not leaving.
I'm not leaving.
I had different cut bank stuff, awesome stuff in Goose Island, but like that takes time to go run into, and like, I'm like, I'm going to keep this frog wet, dude, because I could hit another pod that maybe I pop 4 out of, or like, I'm like, well, and it's frogging, dude. I'm like, I'm not leaving. I will not leave.
At least if you convert the bites, you're like, it's in the boat, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Boat flips everything. Like I'm not leaving. And it paid dividends because it went from
on a brutal first half, dude, where you're like scraping for bites. Now you're like, we're on.
Yeah. It was like I was having fun. Like I was having fun. And I still had no idea on the score tracker. Like, I don't know. Like I have no idea on the Real Live app. Like if I am sitting in 40th place, or I didn't know I was in the top 5 for a while, or wherever I was bouncing around. And like I had no clue. Because I was my kid was really quiet and I was just in the moment. But it was so cool. I would go back and fish tournament there tomorrow.
Best part was Sobi got in after the blackout and like everybody's coming up to him being like, dude, nice job. And he's like, yeah, I did. I had a nice half. And I looked at him and I was like, dude, I'm like, I went up to him and like gave him a hug and I was like, I'm proud of you. And he was like, dude, where am I?
Bart's like, I'm proud of you that you like caught some bass and didn't like catch 4 bass. Like,
I thought he's being
nice. Like, I'm like, thanks, man. Like,
not like you did good, but
he's like, where am I? And I was like, oh, you don't know. Like, where do you think you were when you went into the blackout? He's like, dude, I didn't see my app much. And I was like, I just looked at him and I said, you will be pleasantly surprised. And he's like, okay. So like, we went to the weigh-in and like, I think you were filming everybody and you thought you just missed a check probably.
Well, I like when Bart said that, I was like, dude, maybe I slipped into like 14th place. And then I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like everybody always smashes them there, dude. They smash fish. So I'm like, I don't know. And then when Dane was announcing the checks and he went from like 14th and I'm like filming 13th, 12th. And I was like, okay, all right. Well, maybe, you know what? I got like 15th to 19th and maybe some good points. Like Bart's probably like, you made up good points. And I'm like, that is good. You know what I mean? We probably have good points. And he kept going to, 8th place, 7th place. And he says 6th place, says my name, dude. I'm like filming all this, sitting Indian style. And I'm like, what?
He's like he literally looks at me and he's like, me? I was like, yeah, go up there.
Yeah, that's not right, dude.
I had to take his camera out of his hands. He didn't know what to do. He like had such a like panic attack of like, what do I do right now?
Yeah. That is the coolest part about the Champions Tour, that it's an amazing tour in Minnesota. And it's basically, anybody can fish out in the Midwest, but they have a blackout period and the anglers don't know, the viewers don't know. Nobody knows how anybody finished or how the weigh-ins are going to go. And I think that alone right there, like that experience, that is the coolest part. You don't know. And that brings you to the weigh-ins, whether you're there at the event or just checking online. It's really freaking cool.
Yeah. Like that made your day.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I was like, oh, we're getting paid kind of good too. Damn.
Like we should do this more.
Yeah.
That's
like
great.
Sweet, dude. Yeah. Hell yeah.
And like as I was putting the boat in on the trailer too, like I always look at my phone for like 5 seconds. That is like the most I've looked at my phone. And I will like look at a text from Stephanie, and her text was, nice job today. You worked so hard. And then that it's like, she sends like a text like that. That would be the kind of text you send when you like shit the bed. And I was
Yeah,
like,
you're like, I took 43rd.
Thank you for thanks for the encouragement. Thanks for following along. And I like put my phone in my container. I'm like, all right,
Like
and
I
you
did
guys
try
vote out.
hard, but apparently not hard enough.
Yeah, you worked so hard. That means like you kind of didn't do good.
We got to talk to Steph about her
Yeah.
motivational text after good
Oh.
finishes.
She's sending participation trophies over the text. And
Over
he's
for
like, just
6.
not
She
having
sent
it.
you a participation trophy for 6. Could you imagine what your text would look like if you took 40th? Did she just scold you? She just text you and go, "Don't come home."
It's hard out here, man. Like there's a lot of encouragement going around here.
Everybody's always like, "Steph the Great, Steph the Great. We want Steph the Great on YouTube." And you're like, she told
So
me
he's
not
just
to come
sitting in
home
the dark
today.
at home, just rocking back and forth.
Just rocking myself. Worked really hard today.
He misses the championship by 1 place, so he knows he's going home to like warm milk for a week or something. She's like, "Drink the rotten milk, bitch."
Drink it. Winners get cold milk. No, I want to say one more thing. This is different from lacrosse, and then is our guest backstage.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to say one last thing, and this is new. Besides fishing, Tourney Tuesdays, Champions Tour, bachelor parties of good buddies. I was just at a bachelor party. That was crazy. One of the coolest things, and I've done it year after year, but everybody needs to try this if they're an angler. Up at Steph the Great's 4th of July with all her family and her little cousins, we played fishing dodgeball again. And I actually think I enjoy fishing dodgeball as much as I love bass fishing. It is the funnest thing I've ever done. You tie a Nerf ball to your favorite bait caster. You set some cones up, and I let these little kids run around, and I pistol whip them with my bait caster, dude. And I'm roll casting as hard as I can, and I'm just throttling these kids anywhere from, the ankle to the head, and they're dropping. And it's just the funnest thing ever, dude. Picture yourself 6 spears deep, and humans are running, and you get to peg them with your bait caster, dude.
And they love it.
And they love it, dude. They're about it.
When I saw, I don't know if you put that video, if that was in one of your YouTube videos, or if you put it on Instagram or something, but there is just this cherry of a slow-mo headshot on this very small girl that was just electric. And she's maybe 4?
Yeah.
And you just full snipe mode. I mean,
I do watch.
She wasn't even moving.
I watched that video too, and in my head, I was like, "This looks super fun and very violent, and I very much appreciate this." And in my head, I'm like, "Does he get bad comments about this? Because there's got to be some that are just like, you're violent with kids."
Dude,
Like,
you need to do
It is
the funnest thing you'll ever do.
Or is everybody on the same page, Sobi? They're like, "Yeah, hit him."
Hit him. Dude,
like, have you ever gotten a bad comment about it?
The first year we did this, only from like Steph right away. Right away, I thought this game up in my head. These little kids have like massive energy and they can run all day. And like the adults are tired because we've been drinking all day and we're old. And I was like, dude, I need to like scheme up some game, dude. I don't even think I want to fish tonight in the boat, but I'm trying to fish. So I schemed up this fishing dodgeball and we had this Nerf ball. Steph was like, be careful, no headshots, don't get the line wrapped around anybody. I'm like, I got this, 10 minutes in, dude, all the adults had lawn chairs lined up and I'm standing on this deck, dude, and they are all just kicked back, just watching the pelting. Unbelievable, dude. It's the funnest thing I've ever done. You need to experience it. Anybody who wants.
How many times has there been tears?
Oh yeah, probably at least like 4 times a year for sure. Like,
because the video looks all cheerful and fun. I'm like, there's sure a girl who gets pelted in the face and walks up just bawling, and then Dad looks at her and goes, "Come on, rub some dirt on and get back down there."
But I had a couple that got away
off, dude. You're like slinging.
Yeah. No, I'm showing you the highlights. I definitely had some that got away from me, and there's some nut shots or some face shots to small little children that I was not aiming for the head, dude. And it's a small variance. You could hit the ground or just
get a little high waivers before they go do that.
Oh, but it's incredible. Should we bring the damn guest in? We've got an incredible guest.
Yeah, it's up to you. I mean, lead it off, so.
I think Ryan should introduce this guest.
Oh,
let's do a drum roll. Hit it.
All right, we are bringing to you one of the most badass multi-species anglers in the Midwest, kayak, muskie, fishing, phenom, angler, outdoors woman, all around badass, Nicole King.
Hi. That was quite the lead up.
Welcome,
Yes.
welcome.
Careful,
Nicole.
don't call me a multi-species angler because that makes people mad.
Oh, that's right.
Muskie
Using
shit.
that term makes people really angry.
She
Yeah,
she
she's a
is a
muskie.
multi-species angler, but the muskies have her heart. She's a muskie angler through and through, but she catches everything.
Yeah,
Maybe
who are
I'll
the
say it like
worst
that.
commenters on Instagram? We'll just lead it off right away. Out of which species that you target that you're like, yeah, I'm just like you catch the fish and you're like, I know I need to post this, but I know what's coming.
It's always whenever I post a muskie, and
Really?
it's always like a picture Ryan's taken because he does like he's got the great angles, so he can make them look
Oh.
really big, and everyone's like, AI, it's fake, photoshopped, and I'm just like,
You
I
do.
never
You get
said
a
it
lot
was
of people
big.
that call you AI for sure.
Yeah.
You know
They're
I'm
like-
good when they think I'm AI.
They're like, it's the wrist. I'm like, it's because I have a pop socket on my phone. And they're like, that's AI right there. That angle, not possible.
Oh my god.
It's a whole
Low
thing.
key, it actually might be really smart to start an Instagram account and just AI pictures. I bet you could get that really big. now that I
I
think
think you
about that.
could. Yeah.
And everybody would be like, this is AI. And you'd be like, yup. And it would
Mhm.
still continue to just
Take off.
actually
'Cause
think
you-
you
then
can
you
do
just
it.
make people mad and it drives it further.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Maybe God, write that down. We need to do that.
Somebody put this in the notes.
We need to do that on the PTB Insta. Just once a week, post an egregious AI image of a fish
We
that
can
goes
do that.
viral.
All right, I got it's noted. It's
Write
noted.
it down.
I think if you did that, Pink, it actually could go over very well.
When I
make it
ask you guys later,
egregiously AI.
yeah, when I ask you guys later, I just have a plus sign and it just says AI by it. So if I ask you what that means later, this is what we're talking.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Got it. Marked. Okay, we
Got
know.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so before we jump into the here the now, I want to take a step back.
Oh, Sobi's
Wow,
Wi-Fi
you took a
is
big step back right there. Holy
yeah,
smokes.
Sobi, your
Cracking.
Wi-Fi is
Gone.
terrible. Is
Yeah.
he the new Ryan
That's
Pinkala? That's
bad.
what people are asking.
Yo, we're coming to you with some bandwidth right here. Okay, things are working.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gone, dude.
He's for sure gone.
Wow,
Wow,
All
that
right.
was like a cliffhanger, though. Like I really,
I know
wanted to see where that
exactly what he was
go.
going to ask. Nicole, I'll ask it not as creatively as Sobi would. Where did you get start fishing and how did you start?
Okay.
Right,
so,
Pink, that's what he was going to do.
I think he was going for some background here. Yeah.
Yeah. So I started fishing pretty young. My parents took me fishing for like bluegills, crappies, like the basics. And I was terrified of them. Like I loved catching them, but to unhook them or touch them, I was like, no, thank you. So I think if like little me knew what I was doing now, she'd be like straight anxiety attack probably. But I grew up on a creek that had a little bit of everything in it, and I started fishing that in college more, just like by myself and getting more comfortable with fish.
Was that up in like northern Wisconsin or like?
Yeah, northern Wisconsin. It's got everything. It's got trout, suckers, walleye, smallmouth, pike, muskies, and that's where I encountered my first muskie, and I broke it off naturally. I watched it follow a lure in like a couple days prior, no clue what it was. I'm like, is that a big pike? I didn't know muskies got that big. And I woke up one morning and I told my dad, I'm like, I'm going to go down and I'm going to catch that muskie. And I grabbed my like 5-foot rod with 8-pound mono on it and the biggest Rapala I could find in my dad's tackle box, which was like, I don't know what size they are. But I took it down on my first cast, like 2 twitches in, this fish eats it. No leader, because like how stupid can you be? And I watched the back half of the fish come out of the water and my line broke. And I think I said fuck more in that moment than I had ever said in my entire life. And I was like, fuck, I just lost my first muskie. And my dad's like, you just lost an $8 bait. And I'm like, fuck the bait. That was a big fish. It would have been my biggest fish in my life. So he started telling me all about how he muskie fished when he was younger. And I was like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. And like 2 years later, I bought my first muskie setup, bought like 3 lures, and I fished my whole first season with 3 lures. Like that's crazy to think about now that I have a tackle box full of things that have never hit the water. But I caught my
What-
first muskie, and I don't
What
know.
were the first 3 lures you got?
I bought a perch-colored Muskie Mayhem double cowgirl or something, double showgirl. I think one of those two. And then I bought a red and black and silver-colored one and a bulldog. And I don't think I ever threw that bulldog, but at least for the first year.
You ask your question, Sobi, and we'll tell you if she answered it.
We'll see how
see how
close-
good we were. Or he just freezes immediately. That's even better.
This is
Should we just
incredible.
leave him there like this? This
Yeah, I think this is, or he's just sitting very still. We could be
Oh,
getting
now he's
caught.
back. Maybe. Nope,
boy.
now he froze.
Oh no, he just wasn't moving. Say words.
Am I
Yeah,
here?
you need to talk in order for us to know
We
if this
can't
is
tell if you're
working.
just sitting still or not.
Yeah, we can't tell. Like, you need to keep movement because when you freeze in a location for a while, we're like, is he frozen? Or is he
Elon,
not frozen?
Starlink, don't do this to me. Not now. Not during the guest.
Yeah, you've been having issues with that. You were telling me that the other day. Everybody's like, Starlink, Starlink, Starlink. And you're like, no link.
No
link. Okay. I don't know where you guys made it to, but
Just ask the question
think
and
you
we'll
should
tell
just
you if
ask.
it's been answered.
I want the background story of Nicole Lynn. Like I want
Okay,
to
it
know,
was
like,
answered. Yeah, you missed
okay.
it.
Who got you into fishing? How
Yep.
old were you when you first fished, and who
Yep.
brought you? And then when did you become truly addicted to it? And then who
Yep.
got you into muskie fishing?
Yep.
And then when yakking? That's 5 questions. You can remember them.
Okay, we can get to
Well,
yakking.
Yeah,
She
we
covered
covered 4.
those other ones in the time you were gone.
Cool. You guys are good. Good hosts.
Cool. Yeah.
That's why I got a backup team.
I'm
Proud
just
of
glad
boys.
you asked a really unique question we weren't going to think of.
I just love that. Like,
Okay.
we're like, yeah, we're going to be unique on Pass the Barb. We're going to be different. And Sobi's like, I'm going to do the most generic, boring, every podcast question and ever.
I want to
lead
know
off
Nicole's
every
story.
interview.
Like I truthfully don't know it myself.
Well, you're going to
Well, you
have to
should have
listen
been
back
here. It
to the
was great.
podcast because
Have
we're
to
not
listen to
going
it
back
back.
through it. Okay, Nicole, how'd you get into yakking? So how did that part start?
So I caught my first muskie in 2016, and from there I was pretty much hooked. I knew I wanted to fish for that species particularly, even though I love fishing for everything. I knew I wanted to be able to target muskies as often as I possibly could. And I've never learned to back up a trailer on like a boat trailer. Never learned that. Never truly learned how to run a trolling motor up until probably like last year into this year. So I knew a boat was very intimidating to me. And I knew if I ever did get my own boat and something happened to me out on the water, like the boat wouldn't start, I'd be stranded. I would have no clue how to fix it. So I started researching like what my next best option was, and it was kayaks.
Yeah.
So I researched for probably, I don't know, maybe a year and a half on kayaks before I finally pulled the trigger, and I bought a really nice one. My Hobie that I have now is my first kayak I ever owned and I ever fished out of.
So, okay. So
And what-
when you were getting into muskie fishing, like, I mean, right, we all have different people we looked up to. Were you
Mhm.
looking up to like, I mean, obviously, were you like looking up to different females who are angling, or like, are you looking
Yeah.
up to like, I don't know, Pete Mena or I don't know, Doug, or you know what I mean? Like, who are you like, who were you attracted to in the sense of like, oh, I want to be like them. I like what they do. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so I think the first person I ever really saw targeting muskies out of a kayak, from like what I can remember, was Caitlin Woodward. And
Okay.
she did a lot of kayak fishing back in the day, and she did like bow fishing out of it, which I thought was cool, but I'm not really that into bow fishing. But she was musky
they-
fishing out
Are
of
they
it.
Wisconsin too?
Yeah, she's
Okay, that's what I
local.
thought.
I actually
Yeah.
bought my kayak from her. She was working at a dealership.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And I got to muskie fish with her in the kayak. And the first time I went with her, I caught my first kayak muskie. And I found out just like last year at one of the muskie shows, it was a 50-incher, and I had no idea.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. It was kind of a wild story. I caught this muskie, and like looking at the pictures, I've always known it was a giant muskie, but when we caught it, we had no bump board. All we had was one of those like carpenter tape measures that you pull in and out.
Yeah.
And so we laid that in the sand, and I like in the water and laid the fish over it. And I didn't even look at the length. I was just like out of my mind with adrenaline. And Caitlin looked at it and she's like, it's a 47. And I'm like, cool. And we let it go. And I look back at the pictures. I'm like, there's no way that was a 47-inch muskie, but whatever. Like, I didn't look. That's what I'm told. And a few years later, Caitlin's husband caught the same muskie and bumped it at 49.5 or something like that. And we're like, okay, like it grew, but it had the wonkiest tail. It had the nastiest, coolest looking tail ever. But Ryan and I were at one of the muskie shows and a guy stopped me and he goes, I caught your muskie. And I was like, what one? I've caught like quite a few.
Totally out of the blue too.
Yeah, it just randomly stopped me.
Up. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, are you Nicole? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, I caught your muskie. I'm like, which one? He goes, your river muskie. And I was like, really? When did you catch it? And he tells me when he caught it. And it was like the spring after I caught it or something like that. Not super far after I had caught it. And I asked him
within a regular time frame.
Right. And I said, how big was she? Because I just wanted to know. And he bumped her at, was it like 50.5? I
think 50.5.
50.5. And there's no way. Muskies don't grow that fast. There's no way a fish went from 47 to 50.5 in a year, let alone 50 to 50.5 or 49 to 50.5 in 1 year, especially in this area. They just don't seem to grow that quick. So odds are my very first kayak muskie of my entire life was a 50-incher.
That's badass.
Yeah, super cool. Wish I would have known it like in the moment, because that's one fish I've always wanted to get a replica of just because of how cool she looked. She just
but if you have pictures and a general idea, you can still get a replica.
I do, yeah. I need more wall space for another.
You're gonna do it anyway.
Probably someday.
At some point.
Someday.
Yeah. No, I feel that. That's super cool. So then, so you were looking up to her.
Yeah.
So to Caitlin Woodward, was there any, anybody else as you started getting into it? But that's kind of like, I guess if there's anybody listening to this who's like, I don't know, I want to kind of get into this, or.
I can't remember. So I can't remember if Christine Fisher was really doing much back then, but she's one I've always looked up to over the last few years. And then there's a girl named Erin. I think she was like Nebraska Muskie kayak. She did a bunch of muskie kayak stuff too, and big pike. I don't think she does fishing much anymore. I think she switched into taxidermy, but I can't remember her handle off the top of my head.
Okay.
It's like
so like that's kind of how
H.
That's who you followed for the most part, was like you did end up following like other female anglers and stuff.
Yes.
Which I think that makes it even more notable of like what Maggie and Bassmaster and stuff are doing, like how important that actually is to like give girls someone to look up to and a role model in the fishing industry.
Yeah, you don't see many, especially doing like the big badass fish. Like the bass stuff is super cool. I love to bass fish, but like the muskies there's just something about them.
I know like you, Christine, Jesse. Like I don't know. There's more, but like that's who I can think of off the top of my head. And that oh god, what's her name? Was a girl got Emily Head who guides giant lake trout up in Saskatchewan and stuff, or out of Baker's Narrows. Maybe it's
I think it's Emily,
but Manitoba. She does that too. But other than that, super cool. All right, Sobi, you're back. Are we?
Fill me in on where we just.
Boy,
please.
We went through her whole backstory, so you're gonna have to listen to
and getting into kayaking and everything.
Yeah, her first 50-incher, like
So I'm gonna need like an off the cuff question.
Yeah, you're kind of screwed, man.
What was the make and model of your first kayak?
That my Hobie Pro Angler 12.
Yeah.
We've been over this, dude.
Yeah, you're not being
very. I don't think I said what.
Okay,
what age were you when you knew you needed glasses?
Oh, cripes. You know what's funny about that? And this is super embarrassing and super lame, but like in elementary school, I was really jealous of people who had glasses because I thought they looked cool. And so I had made my parents buy me glasses and I wore them to school and said they were an Easter present. And that's how I got.
They're not even real.
No, these ones are real. I like jinxed myself, and my body was like, "Oh, you want bad eyesight? Okay, bet. Here you go." And then it gave it to me.
Oh, Oh, dang.
So he was trying to be creative, and he's just struggling.
I thought it hit
Yeah,
well.
he was digging deep there.
Yeah, really digging deep.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I have another question.
Okay.
Good.
You're stranded on a desert island, and you can do basically 5 things. Number 1, you're going to pick to musky fish. What are the other 4?
Things I can do on the island?
Yeah, like what are your true 4 other loves? What are your top 5 loves? If musky fishing is potentially number 1 or at least ranks somewhere in there.
Well, I love food and I love my cats, but I think they'd hate being stranded on an island with me.
Well, you wouldn't have to eat them.
I'm not going to eat them.
What are your other 2 loves?
I don't know. Fishing is honestly my biggest one. I mean, Ryan can come.
Well, then you could choose another species. You could choose bass or walleye then next.
Yeah, bass fishing, bass and trout.
Ooh,
I think.
Trout are cool.
I don't get to trout fish as much as I'd like to, just because I target them at a very specific time of the year, and then as soon as the lake's open, then it's bass fishing.
We lost one of our co-hosts to trout. Actually, 2 of them.
yeah, probably both of them. Gardening and trout. One of them gardening.
And the Peace Corps.
Yeah.
But yeah,
All addictions.
I mean, we could. The only question I've been thinking of is I have to ask the Maggie Carcello question. What's the most you've been offered for feet pics on Instagram?
Oh boy. I don't know if they've ever specifically offered an amount of money, because I'd probably honestly take it if it was like reasonable.
Okay.
I'd be like a
Name
couple
your price.
$100.
If there is someone out there actively looking,
a couple $100. But I got a weird toe right now, so like I might be on
for the weird toe 1,500.
Okay, explain to me.
Trying to help you.
Explain to me the weird
He's
toe.
got wild fans,
story.
man.
the
Well,
weird
yeah,
toe
she's a
story.
musky
boy.
chick.
Ryan gave me a little back.
I can't imagine the fans that are out there. Like you do unreal badass stuff, and I love it. But like the people that come out of woodwork in the outdoors industry are crazy.
They are.
So we're just trying to help you take advantage of that.
Have you had some wicked weird DMs? Just
I
about
have a Randy. His name's Randy. He's been in the DMs for a long time.
He's probably listening to this.
What's funny though is he has one photo in my Instagram feed that he like always goes back to, and if you find it, the last 30 comments are all from him, because every time he comments on a new photo, I like the comment. And then he goes back, it must like remind him. And then he goes back to this one specific photo and he's like, pretty toes, nice picture, cute toes, cute.
No
and then that's
way.
like his comment every time. And I'm like, sheesh, okay.
Randy, if you're listening, Nicole will send you feet pics for $1,000.
Dude, Randy, if you
Venmo.
got coin,
Hit her
dude,
up.
like hit the Venmo.
Right. I'll link in bio.
There you go.
So tell me about
we're gonna get her some. We're
story.
gonna get her some legit business out of this. Maggie was like, I don't know, and we were like, you should really take it.
It was a missed opportunity, I think.
It's
But,
a
like,
very
why
missed
not?
opportunity.
You don't have to share it on your personal Instagram.
No.
That's what like Threads is for or something. Just come up with a wild name on
PTB Nation, show up.
Yeah.
Twitter or something.
Just starting
PTB toes.
starting OnlyFans, and it's just musky chick toes. That's it.
There you go.
Oh God.
You're retired by the time you're 40. Actually,
I
probably by the
can't
time
wait.
you're like 34 at this rate. But yeah.
Like that'll be my handle on feetfinders.com.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, yeah, that's the biggest thing.
You'll
She
be like,
handled
put
that
the
way better than
bucktail in
Maggie
it.
did.
Put the bucktail in it. Oh my gosh.
Dude, oh my God.
I'm just
Like,
saying. It's
Tied
a
my
business.
knot with my toes. Like
Oh,
You could charge you could charge $5,000 for that video.
yeah.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
people out there. I'm telling you. Like, I think
Probably a much bigger audience than just the musky audience, or bigger community than the musky community.
there's honestly people out there that have probably been buying feet pics for a long time that are like, I'm kind of getting sick of this. And then Nicole shows up with like a bucktail and a Red October tube hanging over her toes, and they're like, yeah, I'm back in.
I'm
Slap
back.
some musky slime on
back.
them and it's a whole thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, we can change the
You guys
topic.
are
there,
like,
but
shut the
Wow,
hell up.
we just
focused on that, huh?
No, I do. I want to hear about the crazy toe story. Ryan prompted this story to me a little bit, but I didn't
Okay.
get the full story.
So it was.
I'm gonna set her feet pics back a bit here.
It might, or it might drive them. I don't know.
Yeah,
People are
it
into
could
some
increase.
weird shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair. Okay. Yep.
So it was
Give us the sales pitch.
our first day of vacation, and we're filming for something, mind you. So like we get to the lake, Ryan dumps the boat in, I'm standing on the dock. There's 2 camera guys. One's in the freaking bushes, one's at like the end of the dock, one's on the other side of the boat launch taking pictures. Ryan pulls up, and Ryan's boat usually always overlaps the docks quite a bit. So I usually just stand on the edge of the dock. He pulls up, I hop right in. Well, for some reason, this time he pulled up to the dock and he pinched my big toe down against the dock. And it pinched it and it hurt. So your knee-jerk reaction is to like pull your foot back. And it pulled my toenail off. Like 90% of the big one, like 90% of the way off. And I think I don't know if I just went into shock or if I have a really good pain tolerance, but I was like, it hurt. I looked down and I was like, why does my pedicure look growing out? Like I literally just got my nails done and I'm like, oh, but my toenail's like laying on the top of my cuticle. Like it's out. And I'm just like, anybody got a first aid kit? Dumped a bottle of water on it, shoved the nail back under the skin and taped it up and we went fishing.
Dude, I'm okay.
I'll
take
You would have handled that. You handled that way better than I would have.
It was something.
Ryan,
Yeah,
tell
it
the
was
more
an ER
gruesome
for
version
sure.
because this was gruesome.
Well, I'll take the heat for driving the boat into your foot, but
we didn't know. I wasn't mad at all. Like you had no clue.
well, it was like so slow motion too, right?
It was
like, but whatever. It gets pinched in there, and she yanks her foot back, and like right away, obviously, you were just like, this is bad," and I was like, "What?" And then like I saw your foot with just, and then right away, I think you like reached down by it or whatever, and kind of like pulled on it,
lifted
and
up.
just
I lifted the
like
hood.
opened the hood of the truck, dude. It was not good, and I was like, "Oh, and this is like the first thing of the morning, right?" I was like, "This is a day ender for sure, dude."
The
like,
big
not
piggy
good.
too, not even
The
the
big
little
dog.
one.
I think
Yeah.
the coffee would have came out for me.
Oh.
I would have seen that, and I just would have been like, "Yep, not my thing."
But
Everyone did well.
but you are like super into that stuff. It's just like
That's true.
now it just happened to be like part of you.
Yeah, because my day job's I'm a nurse, so like fishing is not my job, which I think some people think it is. But I'm a nurse and I work in long-term care and like rehab physical therapy setting. But boy, when we get somebody in with a bad wound, I'm like, show me that. Like, let me do that. I like that stuff. So it was just like I get to look at it every day now and deal with it.
But in the moment, it was like, this is a problem.
Yeah.
And
well,
you
neither
just
one of
pretty
us
much-
had a first aid kit. Like the
No, we
nurse
were, like,
doesn't even have a first aid kit. That's fucked up.
We got a roll of tape from the one camera guy, and then I don't know even what you put something on there.
Someone had 2 like mini first aid kits.
Oh yeah,
And I feel like there's some massive details both of you are leaving out. Like you were doing a large high level shoot with Onyx Fish, a large app company. There's camera guys flown in there. These dates have been like you're shooting it these days, and this is the start to your musking fishing bender before you go up to Canada.
Yeah.
Like after this day, you're gonna go on like a week, 5-day long trip up to Canada where you're gonna be tent camping or truck camping. So like this is not the great time to have like an open wound.
No.
Where like can only grow back nail.
Yeah, so I was like panic calling my doctor's office, like, I need an antibiotic just in case. Cause like I'm camping and I'm not leaving Canada early if that thing's about to fall off. Like we're fishing for muskies. Ryan's like, if we gotta go back, we gotta go back. Like we gotta take care of you. And I was like, absolutely not.
Ryan, like a Bart of you, like you were saying that out of like we're not going.
You're like, oh no, we have to go.
Like, well, we
like,
could.
this could go
And
really
Nicole's
good
like,
for
no.
me, or like not.
No, you're a
Honestly, it's a
trooper.
win-win
Damn.
for you. Either you stay there and you catch muskies, or 2, you get a lot of brownie points. Because you're like, we
Fair.
can leave. Yeah,
I guess.
it was a win-win for you.
But
actually.
she would have
you
been
did it on
so
purpose
pissed.
in retrospect.
She would have been so pissed if we would have to leave.
Yeah, for sure.
I was
Yeah.
already upset because I had that big ass bandage on my toe, and I'm like, wow, they're shooting all these shots, and like my feet are probably in it, and now I got a wonky ass looking
Hey,
foot.
no, you don't even
no
sell.
one's even gonna care.
You don't sell the media criteria that goes along with your feet, anyways. You should not care.
She's about to.
She's about to, yeah. But yeah, it was like the worst case scenario right out the gate.
Man.
But you just were like, screw it, and we just did it anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I
So-
think, yeah, after it was like a couple day operation though to get all this. Like you went and got all kind. I don't know what you
I
even
spent
bought.
like $100 and some just on bandage supplies at like the middle of nowhere, Minnesota.
The grocery store in Crosby.
Yeah. But it was fine.
Pathetic.
Okay, so Nicole, how many days a year do you think you spend on the water yakking for muskies?
Yakking for muskies?
Or just,
Or just
yakking in
maybe
general, just-
yakking in general.
Well-
like to give our audience an idea of like we talk about like you're a badass and you go do this all, but like you spend more time on the water than like a lot of people.
Yeah. I only work 3 days a week, and I'd say weather permitting, I'm on the water another 3 days a week.
That's awesome.
Two for sure, probably at least 3, then 3.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
And then do you spend a majority? Well, I mean, you're a multi-species angler. You spend
Yeah.
when muskies open and the water isn't over 80 degrees, you're muskie fishing. I
Musky
assume.
fishing. Yeah. So my season pretty much looks like I ice fish up until trout opener, which trout opener is the first weekend in January. If the creeks are open, I'm going to try to be trout fishing if the weather permits. Trout fishing, ice fishing until the lakes open. And in Wisconsin, you can target bass year round, catch and release. So
Yeah,
the
we
second,
got to do that next year now too. Thank
that's
God.
awesome.
Yeah.
The second the lakes open, I've been on the lake while it's still going out. Like this part of the lake's open, the ice is still on that 3/4 of the lake. I'll be out there. Bass fishing until muskie opener, pretty much. And then this year I started targeting walleye a little bit more, which has been really fun, but it's not one of my favorite species to chase. But it's been cool to try to figure them out.
Do you also hate trolling?
Kind of.
Okay, cool.
No,
you're on my
like-
team here. Okay,
He
had
only
an
doesn't
argument
like
about
walleyes as much because she doesn't have a live well on the kayak.
True. That does
You just
suck.
need a good old fashioned stringer, and you just gill
The
'em.
only good
Right.
thing about that is if I have one on like a nice long stringer, a muskie might try to eat it. So that'd be
It's
kind of cool.
That's a new way about it.
Yeah.
So getting into like I would say the media side or like
Mhm.
the influencer side, I don't know, whatever you want to say. When did
Yeah.
you start doing like the social media side and then being like, oh, people like seeing what I post? Like kind of talk to me about that beginning development, or like, was that ever a thing you really like? Did you want to do that, or did it kind of just happen?
It just happened. I started posting on Instagram a long time ago. I don't even know how long. And it was never really much fishing stuff. And then in college, I fell in love with fishing and I started fishing a lot more and I started sharing fishing pictures. And that's just because that's all I do, right? So that's all I really have to post about. And then I remember I met some friends through it and they introduced me to Lakewood Products. And I think Lakewood Products was the first company I ever started like working with, partnered with. And then it was DSG. And then from there, it just like companies reached out. I've never been like, oh, I want to be a content creator. Like this is the path I want to go on. That was never my goal. And even this day, like I didn't sign with some companies because I just don't want to have the posting requirements, right? Like it can be a lot when you start working with all these different brands. Granted, you can fit like multiple in one post sometimes, but if you're trying to create brand specific content, it takes a lot out of your fishing day sometimes. And you got to hope your day goes good or hope you can piece something together to make it look good enough. And I don't like that. I just want to be on the water and I just want to fish.
Yeah. So like I think that's really interesting you said it that way. Cause like even, I mean, having followed you forever,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like apparent, like you can look at your stuff and be like, okay, she's just going fishing and posting it and has some people who endorse her compared to like people who get endorsements and then go out to fish to satisfy endorsements. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
with that, like there's a very big difference.
And I've been there. Like I remember I signed with a lure company, and what they originally asked me to post was just not feasible for me. A lot of their lures were lures I didn't use very often and I didn't feel confident in. And I'm not one, to want to post something I'm not like passionate about or using organically anyways. But I still signed with them. We tweaked the thing, and it was exhausting going out and trying to be like, I need to catch a fish on this bait today, or like I don't have anything. And that just doesn't feel organic to me. And that's what I'm all about. Like a lot of my content's like grip and grins, because I just like that. Like I just like catching the fish and sharing my catch, and it's more of a space where I can go back and look at what I've done and be proud of it than, I don't know.
I'm personally a big fan of the story vent sessions. Like if I see you like talking to the camera, like on selfie mode, I'm like, all right, turn it up. What's going on?
Oh shoot!
I'm like,
now?
This is gonna be like 3 minutes. I'm gonna laugh. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, yeah.
But
those,
no,
and
like,
just know when I finally post one of those, I've been stewing on that for a long time.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't just because usually
You're like, I've been thinking about this.
Nobody cares, and then it's like an hour later, and I'm like, I'm talking about this to everyone.
I would like you to actually post more of those. So if you're like people don't care, there is a fan base out there that is like, all right. Like I'm just so immune to the big muskies now. I'm like, all right, she got another muskie, cool. Whereas like I see look at this crazy thing that happened. I'm like, yeah, okay. I'll bite.
It's like more idiot pontooners, perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good story.
That was a very good one. But yeah, no, I find that's super. So like, what are you, I mean, do you only do Instagram or do you do other stuff, Instagram, Facebook, or do you do other stuff too? Or?
Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, barely. TikTok's just kind of one of those where it's like, man, I'll throw something on there every once in a while and it doesn't do great, but that. And then I did post a few things to like YouTube Shorts, just in case I did ever want to take that YouTube avenue, just to have somewhat of a following base to push my videos to if I ever choose to do that. And it's like, I have every fish I catch, every muskie specifically, on camera. I have SD cards full. I've never emptied them on a hard drive. I've never emptied them on my computer. I just take the clips so I can get like screenshots.
She just has like a terabyte of SD cards of all muskie fish catches.
Literally. And I've never done anything really with them.
You and Ryan are perfect for each other.
I know. At least he offloads his onto a hard drive, and then he just sits on the hard drive.
And then it just dies there. Yeah.
Yes.
But like in the most serious manner, you need to put those clips onto a hard drive and then probably back one of those hard drives up and then stash it in a bank or somewhere. Like those are not just catching a bluegill or crappie off the dock. Like those are freaking muskies. Yeah. And those are like crazy, so cool. Like you need to back that up. Like
I know. Someday I just want to put like a compilation of just like catches back to back to back, and just I could have hours of just muskie catches. But right now I'm just like too salty to share any footage because I know like my spots will be given away, and I just don't. I could care less if people watch my videos, so I can keep my spots a little more private. But
yeah, that's very fair. Do you have like, I guess, with your stuff you post, do you get a lot of hate or not really? Is it just
honestly not too bad? I think there's a lot of probably like stuff that doesn't get shared that like people, I'm sure there's some haters out there. Everybody's got their haters, but I wouldn't say the comments are terrible.
Yeah. Well, I'm curious on in the sense of like, I mean, I guess speaking from, the side of what we do, like with what you, Jesse, and there's other people out there where you're like, oh, they're a badass and they go do it. Mm-hmm. So like, there's not, I don't know, for my sense, it's like, I don't know, there's nothing you can really say. Like, I love seeing people out there doing it. And like,
Yeah.
That's like why we wanted to have you on, is like, you go do it. And I think that's super cool. Do you have any aspirations? Like you said, not sharing anything on YouTube now, but like, do you have any aspirations of like going from being a nurse and an angler to being like, I just want to do the angling thing? Or are you like kind of, you just happy with where you're at? And you don't even want to try to do it.
You like looking at that gore.
Honestly, well, yeah, but like honestly, if I don't get me wrong, I love nursing, but if I could fish every day, I'm just scared if I had to take it to that level. Cause like I already am like, I don't want to have to go out and get content if I don't have to. Like, I just want to focus on catching fish. I think I'm scared if I turned it into a job, it would lose a lot for me. Cause what brings me back to that and makes me worry about that is I remember when I first got a GoPro that I was running, like trying to get good video content. And I'll never forget it. I had the most crazy topwater eat right next to my kayak. Muskie waked on the bait. You can see it coming in. It eats it 5 feet from the kayak, goes airborne, like jumps pretty much over me, gives me a shower. It was the coolest catch I ever got on film. Caught the fish, landed it, like held it up for the grip and grin, let it go. And I was like coming down from the adrenaline and I'm like, I just want to watch that clip. Because that was so cool. And I went to find it on my GoPro and it wasn't there. And I like cried in the moment because I was so upset because I'm like, that was the coolest eat. And now I don't have it and I can't share it. And then I had to dial it back in the moment and be like, that's not the point. Like, I got to live that. I got to witness that. Who cares if no one else gets to see it? And it was all it all happened very quickly. It like processed these emotions within like 5 minutes, but I was genuinely upset. And then it's like, that's not the point. The point is you're out there and you're catching these fish. And it all turned out like my GoPro must have been too hot or something. I don't know. Later in the day, I turned it on and there the clip was. Everything was there. I got to share it. Like, I think it was on a Lake X lure. They shared the video. It was like super cool, but it was just that moment I'll never forget because it's like, I don't want to lose base for why I started fishing.
You're almost more upset that you didn't have the clip than you were happy you nailed it.
Right. Yes. And it's like, I just had the coolest topwater eat. That honestly might have been my first topwater muskie. I can't remember for sure, but like, why should I be upset? Because I got to do it. Like, I did it.
Came together.
So
and
that's where
I will say, like, you have captured some really cool stuff though. Like, having seen some of these clips and stuff is like, there's something specifically about muskie fishing, but something like, I feel like you have so much more like close action than maybe like people that are fishing out of the boat do. Like, I think there's something like stealthiness about the kayak or whatever that like, you just have so many cool, like boat side eat clips that like, is like insane. And like so many like airborne fish right next to the kayak is crazy.
Yeah. And I think there's like just the epicness of hooking a fish this big when you're sitting in a boat, basically twice as big as that. Like, it's serious. Like, it's so sweet. Like, that is, that's incredible. Like, even catching a fish, like a fish of that size from the shore is incredible, but like catching a fish where he's physically potentially pulling your boat or you're jerking, like, that's so sweet. Yeah. It's epic. Like, that's all I have to say about it. Like, it's epic.
And I think chasing them out of the kayak is my favorite way. Like, I'll catch a muskie however I can, but like in the boat, you're standing, your boat's got you a few feet off the water. Like, it's cool when they eat at your feet, but when you're sitting in a kayak and like a 50-incher eats like 2 feet away from you and is just head shaking and you're just getting soaked by it's insane. And I black out every time I hook a muskie. After I release them, I'm like, what the hell just even happened? If you ask me where that fish ate, I couldn't even tell you because I'm just like adrenaline drunk. It's the craziest thing.
But you do get fired up though, because I feel like as soon as you catch one, like you want to watch it back like right away.
Yeah.
Like not like, oh, wait till I get home. You're like punching it up on the GoPro while you're still on the kayak. Like,
Well, it's
I gotta
because
see
she
that.
doesn't remember it. She can't be like
literally.
She's like, I don't even know what happened.
Yeah.
That's my 50 incher. My one I knew was a 50. When I caught that one, I got up at like 5 a.m, met this dude at Quick Trip to buy a measuring stick off of him because I had nothing to measure fish with, and I'm like, this is the day I'm gonna get a big one. And it was like 9 something in the morning. I caught this 50-inch fish.
Wow.
And I couldn't say 100% it was 50, but when I put the stick on it, it bounced between 49 and 51. So I'm like, it's got to be a 50. And I let it go. And I had to sit in the bottom of my kayak because I was dry heaving from the adrenaline.
Oh, guaranteed.
I was like going to throw up. And then every time I thought about that fish the rest of the day, I would start dry heaving because it was just like the adrenaline would pump again. And I was like, do I just go home? Like I watched the clip back and I'm like, that shit just happened. And then it's like, I stayed the day, but still.
And you did post that video. That one's
post
not
that one.
lost to the hard drives.
No, but that one got a lot of weird comments. That one was
Why?
Well, you'll have to just
Dry
look
heaving?
it up.
Come
No,
on,
you have to tell
No,
us why.
I didn't get
that.
Okay, so I
Otherwise,
put this.
I'm gonna play it right now.
Oh no! Please don't play. If you just play the audio, that's going to be even worse. Please don't do that. Okay, well, so this fish comes in, and I'm like coming into my figure 8, and I just see something big and brown behind my lure. And at first, I thought, I'm like, is that a sturgeon? And I keep going into my 8, and it eats my bait, and I'm just all I can say is, oh my god. So this fish eats, and I'm just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and then I just kept saying, holy shit, holy fuck. And then I proceeded to say, it's big. It's too freaking big. And I just kept saying, oh my God. So if you put all of that together, just audio context, no visuals, it doesn't sound the best. So a lot of the comments were related in that sense. And then my dad's like, I saw your video on Facebook. And I'm like, don't read the freaking comments. Don't, because he's a big comment reader. He goes on YouTube and all he does is read comments all day. And so he's like on this video, and I'm like, don't read the comments on it, please.
He definitely read them.
Just dirty men being gross. And someone stripped the audio from that video and was sending just the audio to people.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
But like,
I still don't know to this day who officially did it. I just know who told me about it. But so it's like, that's another reason why I'm scared to share any of my catches, because I don't even know what I'm saying.
What else? Yeah, but what else do you say when you hook a 50 in a kayak? Like, I feel like everybody else would have the same reaction. Like, yeah. I would say those
except
exact
for
words.
that one dude who posts videos who talks like this the entire time. He's just like the
Mindy Yak Angler.
No, it's I don't know his name.
Pelz?
Oh,
maybe.
yeah.
Yes, him.
Yeah.
He's just the quietest. I'm like, dude, get excited. But he posts the coolest videos. So, but yeah,
I might have to. Yeah, that might show up in a Chronicle video next year. Now that I think about it.
Oh my God.
It's like with the Frozen Kitchen segment, I might just interject it. It could be funny.
Oh boy. Well, it did get a lot of views.
Yeah, honestly, it probably pushed the traction of the video. So like,
yeah, I think because Hobie Fishing shared it, and that's when it went psychotic. I think when they posted the video, the last I looked, it was pushing like 1 million views, but it was like, and they never tagged me, which still to this day irks me straight to my core, but it's fine.
No, you got it. Yeah, Hobie owes you.
Yeah,
let's be real. Hobie,
at
reach
least
out.
The tag.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hobie.
What did they just find
Nicole,
this footage on the street? Oh no, that was yours?
I Dropboxed it.
Oh my gosh.
Oof.
But it's okay.
That's okay. We got it out on the platform now. People know who to support. Old Town.
Disappointed in Hobie.
Or whoever.
No, I love my Hobie.
I don't know kayaks very well.
Dang.
Okay, but I will say there's probably not a lot of people that have caught as many muskies consistently out of a kayak as you. Just overall. I mean, I know that you're like passionate about that and you spend a crazy amount of time doing it. But like, I feel like more and more people, especially like women, are getting into kayak fishing just in general.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like you said, it took you a while to like decide to finally pull the trigger and get a kayak. And like Sam, like you and I kayak fish, like I feel like quite a bit, or at least have in the past or whatever. But like that is not even close to this same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh no, not even close.
And like having the setup you have, I think is like so badass and really helps you do what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Like what do you think you would tell someone who's like maybe just thinking about it, or they're in the same boat you were, they're like, man, I don't think I could get a boat, or like someone that just doesn't necessarily want to go all in, but they're like, I want to get a badass kayak. I want to be like the best kayak angler I can be.
Or
like,
even a beginning kayak,
Yeah.
or even like maybe they want to get a shitty kayak. And then also I'd like you to give any words of encouragement or what it was like your first
Mm-hmm.
time going alone. Because
Mm-hmm.
there is something about like launching your kayak by yourself. You're out there alone. It's a smaller tip of your craft. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like there's intimidation factors around all that.
Yeah, I would say so. My sight going into buying a kayak was, I want to buy what I know is going to do what I need it to chase muskies. And I didn't want to just go buy a cheap kayak and see how I liked it and then have to worry about selling it. So the way I went about it might not be the way everyone would want to, but just like really know what your goals are. What's your end goal? Why do you want to do this? If it's just to bass fish, you might not need something as crazy as what I have, but like know what your goal is. Do you want to be able to stand in your kayak? Or is like sitting totally okay with you? Because if you want to be able to stand in your kayak, you want a kayak that's going to be a little longer, 12 feet minimum, and you want something that's wider. My kayak's, I think, 36 inches wide, so it's got a pretty good middle base where you can stand and fish out of it comfortably. And then go out and find retailers where you can go test kayaks. That's something I didn't know was available to me.
Yeah, is
when
that
I
a
bought
thing?
mine.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I know where White Bear Lake, High Tempo in White Bear Lake, you can test drive some kayaks. I think they take kayaks and have demo days on White Bear Lake. So that's something to keep in mind too, because I didn't know that was an option when I bought mine. I still probably would have went with the kayak I have now, but just to get a feel, because you don't know what your center of gravity is going to feel like. You don't know what the seat's going to feel like pedaling. Like there's different kinds of pedal kayaks now. There's just a lot of different options. And then start small. You don't have to. I wanted a musky fish out of mine. I did not musky fish right away out of my kayak. I took it bass fishing for like months until I got comfortable in it and knew my limits. And even then, I still fell out of my kayak one time.
Yeah, I was going to say, how many times have you fallen out?
One time, and it was only because I caught my PB largemouth at the time. It was a 21-inch largemouth. It was fat. I'd never seen a bass that big in my life, and I netted it. And I immediately went to like get it out of the net, and I didn't offset my weight, and the whole kayak started to tip on me. And I had my phone playing music laying in the bottom. I had just tackle boxes, rods. I was like, if this thing flips, I'm losing everything. So I just bailed out so the whole thing wouldn't flip. And I ended up swimming it to shore because I didn't know how to re-enter my kayak at the time, which is something that people should always practice once they get a kayak. Go out in the summer with nothing in it and flip it over and learn how to flip it back. It's not easy. It's much more difficult than you would imagine. But just go out, start small. You don't have to go prove anything to anybody. Just go out and have fun.
Well, I think that's good advice too, especially just there's so much more people getting into kayak fishing, especially like I'm going through editing a trip I did to Door County this spring up to like freaking Sturgeon Bay, Lake Michigan. Like there was a small craft advisory and I was tucked in this bay and I got boxed in by a gang of kayakers. It was actually crazy. I had 4 of them on one side and 4 of them on the other. And I was like, I would love to work this area, but like I'm stuck.
Yeah.
I couldn't get around them. But I was also like, that's crazy. Like me and Dane were chilling there. I'm like, that's nuts. Like I barely I have a 21-foot bass boat. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to launch today. Like it's crazy out there.
Yeah.
And they were just like, yeah, we're good.
You totally have to know your limits. That's something I would probably never do just because I don't trust it. It can get sketchy out on big water, even with small wind. If you have a lot of boats bombing around and you get like those cross waves with the wind, it can get a little hairy. But
well, and where you fish kind of in northern Wisconsin, and I'm sure a lot of the waters, like there's not a ton. I mean, some of them are bigger, and I'm sure there's like wreck boats, but like you also have so many puddles that like there's never anybody. You probably have a ton of kayak only lakes as well, don't you?
There's a few. Yeah, there's a few.
Yeah.
I just love the opportunity. Like I love how it's growing so much, especially if you ever had any aspirations, like not you, Nicole, but anybody like wanted to get into tournaments. There's more kayak tournaments now than ever, online tournaments. And then like your access to go, like the shoot you guys are doing, like Onyx Fish Deal, like now that you can look up public access, public lands, all these different trails where you can put in your kayaks, like there's so many cool spots to go, even if you weren't even into fishing, like cool spots to go take your yak and just explore. And like, just seems, it's growing in it as it should. It's so cool.
I will say, as a guy who, like, me and Bailey Eichbrett are like good buddies, and when we used to go on Serious Angler and chat, I would always give him so much shit for being a kayak guy, especially for having like, he has like a $15,000 kayak with all the electronics and everything on him. Like, dude, just get a boat. And like he got a trailer, and I was like, okay, officially now, just get a boat. And but like I keep looking at it now, and just every month I get a little bit more of an itch of being like, kind of want to get a kayak and just like go to places where I don't have to worry about people and just like explore and have fun like that. Like that's and it's I feel like maybe you could probably tell better about this, Nicole, but I think it's kind of similar to why I like ice fishing, is like that sense of adventure and independence of like, you get to go to places that you never get to go with a normal boat.
Yeah.
And I love that.
And like intimate experiences. I feel like we're like, I feel like it's like bow hunting. You know what I mean? Like so many people have spent so much more money on their bows and they don't shoot as far as their guns that they spend way less money on, but you can go for a lot longer time. And it's like such a more rewarding feeling when you kill one with the bow. It's like it's probably a way more rewarding feeling when you pop a muskie out of the kayak. Like,
because just like bow hunting, you have so many things against you when you're bow hunting. Like there's benefits, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of things against you. And it's the same thing in the kayak. And I had to learn that the first couple years I muskie fish, like I lose a ton of fish in the kayak. And I would get so bent out of shape about it and get so upset when I'd lose a fish. But when you look at it, and it's like when I set the hook in a kayak, the whole kayak immediately turns towards that fish. And then when you set the hook, the kayak rocks back and rocks forward. So you have all these points of movement happening when you hook a fish in a kayak that you don't have to worry about in a boat. So it's just like, it's just part of the game.
Yeah.
So like there's going to be a lot more potential failures, but I also think I get a lot more shots at fish than some people in boats because I'm just that much more stealthy.
Totally.
Yeah, I would agree for sure.
But
I would
also,
love to have one for big smallmouth. Like, I know,
Oh,
like out on
Sneak
Sturgeon
around.
Bay and stuff, which like we talked about the big water, but like when it's glass calm out there, those things are like, they're so on you so fast. They know exactly what's going on. They played the game. Like having something like that, I think it'd be super cool. Just, you know, fish are really smart, and any little bit of stealth you can get. I would totally agree with that, especially with muskies. Like with how much they eat boats, it still blows my mind that fish is just like, like 70% of the times, like, I'm just going to eat like at your feet. Just completely ignore you exist. But like to get them to commit to doing that, you know, it's super cool.
Yeah. But I don't think the kayak thing is like limiting you to just like hidden water, places other people don't go. Because I feel like you would go head to head with any boat probably more than most people in another boat would do. Like you don't really give up a spot just because there's somebody else on it or anything because you're in the yak.
Well, how many shouting matches have you gotten into with people on boats where they're like,
yell.
"You're just a kayak fisherman, get out of here," and you're like, "I will kill you."
I don't yell at people, but I'm sure the looks I give could kill. And I did. The one day I ranted about pontooners, it's because I got pissed off by like 3 different boats. And this one boat in particular, I won't even say the specifics of the type of people that were in the boat. Ryan knows, but I'm not gonna.
The specifics of it.
Yeah, they
Okay,
were
go
all-
on. Go on.
So I'm fishing like Reed Point,
They were
coming down
female.
the reeds here. This boat comes
Oh my
from across the lake, pulls up, don't even, and like cuts in front of me and just starts fishing towards me. And I was like, oh fuck, no. We're gonna play a game of chicken. I'll hit your fucking boat with my kayak. I don't give a shit about it. And I did I pert near hit them. I was casting in front of their boat in front of them, and then I think I missed their boat by 1.5 feet. And the guy in the front of the boat's just looking at me, and I don't think he would have known what I was saying, even if I said anything. If that says
I'm a
anything.
registered nurse. I will kill you and bring you back to life by a thread. It's the minor.
And then there's this lady in the middle, and she looks at me, and I looked at her, and I just probably had the most. I already have resting bitch face, so it had to have been bad. And she was just like, "Hi," and I just went, "Mm-mm," and I just went around them, and then casted back in front of their boat, and just kept working the shoreline. So I didn't really miss anything. But I'm like, I just, you know. It's not hard to miss that I'm fishing with big lures. I had one boat go around me, and I know they knew who I was, and they were like, "Oh, we thought you were bluegill fishing." I'm like, "Yes, because this 10-inch red October tune totally looks like a bobber hitting the water
like that.
Like, don't even. And they like cut in front of me, and then they got behind me. I'm like, don't play me.
That's one thing I'm very excited about with Minnesota is they passed that boater safety course. Like everybody has to take who owns a watercraft has to take a course. Eventually, it's happening over time, but it'll be good.
Hopefully.
God, the amount of people who are going to take a course, and they're going to see like when somebody is deployed with a trolling motor and they're fishing, do you drive right next to them, in between them and shore, or around them? And everyone will be like, well, between them and shore.
They're like, we didn't think these questions were going to be so hard.
For sure. Well, so Nicole, we don't want to keep you too long, but do you have any like you got any big plans for this coming year or anything you want to like tell people about, or
not really
anything coming up, or just
nothing
keep chasing
crazy.
muskies until everything freezes?
Pretty much just trying to smash muskies. I'm like dead set on trying to beat last year. That's what my goal always is, just do better.
How many muskies did you catch last year?
Hold on. You got some recognition for this too. So don't just be like, I caught some or whatever.
Yeah, I caught a couple muskies. I got a national award.
I think I caught 44 total, but on Muskies Inc., I was only able to register 38 or 30. 40 some, I don't know. I registered how many muskies did I
think 40.
40
I think you
muskies.
registered 40. 40 registered, but you had like 3 more that they didn't.
Something like that they didn't, that I forgot to register. But I took second place nationally in women's, and then first place in my chapter for women's.
Wow.
So this year my goal is to try to hit 50 muskies. And I'm at 18 since yesterday.
Oh, you caught one yesterday?
I caught 4 yesterday.
Oh,
wow.
Tell me about yesterday. Like, break down yesterday.
Yesterday was wild. I don't know what it was. I think it was a combination of it being overcast, super humid, and then the pressure was dropping starting at like 1 p.m. But I finally switched over to a bucktail. I'd been throwing topwater. It just felt like a topwater bite day. And I got to a cabbage patch, and I'm like, there's going to be a muskie in this. Brought my bait in. My blades stuttered, and I looked behind my bait, and a muskie turned off. I picked up a piece of grass, and I was like, oh, shit. Okay, there was a fish there. Pull up to the next cabbage bed, cast over it. I come into my figure 8. There's like a nice muskie behind me. I'm like, oh, there's one. First turn, second turn. It eats me late on the turn, and that fish shot under the kayak, went to the left, went to the right, and then when it came back to the left, it went airborne like 3 feet in the air and like barrel rolled, hit my rod, and shook hooks. And then probably like 10 minutes later, 15 minutes later, I caught one. Another 10, 20 minutes later, I caught another one. lost another one, and it just kept going. It was insane. It was just like if you put your bait in front of them, they were trying to eat it.
That's sick.
So
Damn,
I think I landed 4 and lost 4 yesterday.
Oh my God.
Holy
Great.
balls.
Yeah.
Do you think any of those 4 you lost were the same fish? Like, did you go back on them, or was it like all new spots, new locations? They were different fish.
All new spots. The
That's
only one
crazy.
that was like the same spot is I caught one, let it go. I had a hole in my net, so I had to fix my net. So I tied some braid around that, pulled back up on the spot, and 2 casts later, I had a fish swirl on the bait. And then I brought it into the figure 8, and the fish was coming in so hot, I tried to go into my figure 8 super fast, and I blew my bait out of the water. But it looked like the same size fish I had just caught, but I highly doubt it was the same one. I think it was just 2 fish sitting on one spot.
Gotcha. That's sick.
That could be. But yeah, you definitely had like an epic day, but I feel like, I don't know, like you just have certain times of the year that you like feel the most confident in and that type of thing. Which I know is still coming up.
Yeah.
But like, is there, I don't know, like some aspect of like musky fishing that you feel like you really like dialed in? Like, I know like you are definitely the queen of like fishing in the afternoon pretty much only.
Yeah.
So
I
like
to sleep in. I like to sleep a lot.
But, like,
You and you and Doug
80% of
would
your
not get along.
80% of your fish, 80% of your fish or more are probably in the second half of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yep.
no, yeah,
almost all the time. Yeah, it's very rare that I will wake up early to go to a lake.
Yeah.
It's just
Are you
is.
getting a lot of them right at sunset, or just like major
Middle
minor,
of the
middle
day?
after?
They'll eat in the middle of the day. I would say most of them come in like the evening time.
Yeah.
But like I have a lot of luck in the middle of the day.
So you're not like preaching the major, minor, all the stuff.
I'll preach it to the point where weather trumps moon phase all the time, 100%. Weather is always going to beat out a moon phase. But if you're fish when you can fish, but if you raised a fish earlier in the day and there's a moon phase coming up, like I will preach going back on that fish during a moon phase.
Yeah.
Or going back on follows or missed fish. Or hit your best spots on the moon phase.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Dang, I like that though. That's cool. Like that's to somebody who is an absolute noob, novice musky angler. Like that gives me confidence to be like, dude, if you want to go musky fish, like don't feel like it's just got to be in the morning or evening. Like go out in the middle of the day. Just go.
Yeah.
Like just go.
Go and you can go.
I want to start musky fishing again. I did it in high school, but not a ton. So I'll get back to it a bit. All right. Like I said, we don't want to keep you too long, Nicole.
Yeah.
I have one favor to ask of you. So we've done this segment with several other guests, Jay Siemens, Clayton Scheck, Ben Milliken and stuff. I think you might be the most successful though. Can you help us convince Ryan to quit his job?
I'm trying.
Like, do you have a speech that you can give in the public that he can hear? And like, because whenever we do this, it goes over really well with the fans. And like, so like, help us out.
I'm trying. And I think he's slowly making moves. I got him talking.
He has made progress.
A couple things, at least that he's been talking about wanting to do. The meat season.
He made an Instagram.
Finally,
I was like, holy cow, the advancement.
I'm trying to talk him into the next cookbook or the next multiple cookbooks.
Yeah.
Because I think if he really put it all into it, I think he'd be very successful.
I would agree. He would
Mic
be
drop.
Mic
drop on that. Mic drop on that.
We have all preached that.
And you could do it from Wisconsin. So.
Oh, Ryan, you hate Wisconsin, huh?
I actually heard that was his least favorite state.
Yeah, I heard he doesn't even go there like much. Or
here we go.
Shocker.
Oh, man.
Big Kansas guy.
Clearly. All I heard was a badass musky fishing gal say, if you tried it, she thinks you'd be very successful. And we've had nothing but grease hog boys on here say it, and I don't think you've been listening, but I think that was a mic drop. That was a mic drop. We agree with you, Nicole.
I do think Jay shook him enough that he started listening a little bit. He at least felt really guilty. Jay gave him like a dad speech.
It was just so easy to listen to.
Yeah, Jay gave him like a dad speech where he like afterwards, for sure, after the podcast, sat in his chair at his house and he was like, God, I am a piece of shit. Like, I really should do this. Like,
So do we just have to have Jay call him like once a month and give him the...
I don't know. I could text Jay and just set a reminder in my calendar. I'll just text Jay and be like, today's Bug Ryan Day. And I'll just send him a new text of like, you quit yet?
Perfect.
He's going to have to start commenting like that one guy does. And he's like, quit your 9 to 5.
Yeah, maybe get Randy on this.
We have a lot of fans that are getting on top of Ryan now. That
I know.
Just like, I think
It's like it's getting savage, dude.
Yeah, they're getting after him. Okay, that's good. All right, Sobi, did you have anything else you wanted to add?
Yeah, one last thing. Have you ever tried paddle boarding?
No. I think I'd be real bad at that.
It's always seemed like I feel like I'd kayak any day of the week, but paddle boarding, like it looks tough.
I like having a chair I can sit in.
Where the hell did that come from?
Well, I don't know. Like I'm just thinking, like, you know.
Okay, yeah, I'll write that down.
I saw a dude fishing off his paddleboard the other day, and I'm like, that would be really challenging.
Some people have sick paddleboard setups for fishing, but like, how do you not lose shit off of it?
Yeah,
there's no sides.
That's true.
She makes a really valid point.
I literally dropped a $26 bucktail over the side of my kayak the other day and then just bought one the next day because I needed that specific color and blade size. I would lose everything off of a paddleboard.
Dang, interesting.
You definitely make it seem less fun. The paddleboard aspect.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, Sobi?
No, I think I'm good. Is she going to do Around the Horn with us?
What? That's not even. That's an ESPN show.
I know, but that's like what I call it when we do the game.
Probably not, because she definitely isn't prepared for it.
She doesn't need to be.
Okay, I don't know. This was off. Sobi's throwing stuff at us that's not planned right now.
Well, like,
sorry, Nicole. I'm trying to tease Sobi up. I'm trying to tease Sobi up to make a joke, and he won't make the fucking joke.
What joke?
How you were gonna intro Nicole? Come on.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh God, you dick! Now you're just laying me out here.
Oh boy.
I thought Ryan was good. Like Ryan introed her, and I think
I did.
Did you have something different?
Job.
Did you have something different in your head, Bart?
I wish we were recording earlier. You told me to do this, and now you're hanging me out to dry, and I hate you. Nicole, this was a wonderful interview, and you are a badass.
I feel like you guys have to say whatever the hell you were gonna say.
Yeah, I will tell you, because Sobi's a giant pussy, and he won't just say it. I was gonna go. So when I was gonna, we were like, okay, we're gonna like try to just refrain from people knowing Nicole is Ryan's girlfriend. Like we're just because like Nicole's badass, and we want people to know that. But I was like, the other funny way would be like, Sobi, I should just like throw it to you and be like, do you want to introduce her? And Sobi was gonna be like, oh, I don't know, just like look at a sheet of paper and be like, Ryan, isn't this your girlfriend? And just intro you that way.
Oh boy.
And it would have been good. It would have been good. But yeah, Sobi wouldn't tell you that for some reason. He told me to tee him up for it at the end, and then he backed out like 5 times.
We never talked
That's how the paddleboard question.
He
was like, what do you think of paddleboards? And I'm like, oh, he's definitely not doing this.
Just panic.
No, I did have the paddleboard thing in my head though. That was in my brain. I was thinking about that.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Well,
but no, we'll let Nicole get out of here. Like,
yeah, we appreciate your time, Nicole. We'll have you back on, I'm sure. Thank you for helping us try to convince Ryan to quit.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, everybody slide into his DMs, and then when Nicole posts badass shit, like I don't know, just like pump her up, pump her tires, and then if someone says feet pics ? Everybody in PTB's responsibility is to comment under and say, I heard her rate's $1,000.
Yeah,
just say that.
Should I just like show the Venmo like QR code right now?
Yeah, like literally just act cool. Everybody act cool. I'm trying to get Nicole like a little extra money. Just play it cool. All right.
Play cool.
This is a safe space. This is how we're
buying musky baits. These aren't bluegill jigs. Like
our bluegill
girl needs money.
All right. Thanks, boy. Nicole. That's awesome.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Nicole.
you. Have a good one. Okay. All right. That was an awesome guess. That was good.
I totally screwed you there, buddy. I was just playing dumb to be funny.
I know you were, but that's why I was like, I'm just gonna hang him out to dry right now. Like, I have no shame here.
For all the so for all listeners who are listening, Ryan and Nicole are happily dating, and I couldn't be more excited about it. They're two peas in a freaking pod. They're both musky anglers, multi-species anglers, freaking freaks of nature when it comes to DIY outdoor activities. And Nicole, much before she met Ryan, was doing all of this badass shit. And I wanted to just
Nicole was literally on we have a list of guests. And
Yeah.
Nicole was on our list of guests before Ryan and her started dating. Like literally when we started the podcast, she was on the list of guests to have one day.
Yeah.
And then they just happened to start dating, and we were like, okay, we need to make sure that this isn't because she's Ryan's.
But the whole joke was like Nicole is such a badass angler and like so decorated in the musky world and just decorated in the kayak world and very well known that I wanted to be like, yo, let's just intro her, being like, oh, what's the name of our guest? Like, I don't know, like what's her name? Ryan's girlfriend or something. And we were just.
It's really nice of you to say it now when she's not here. Like you're just
too much respect. Too much respect.
Too much respect, or you're scared of her.
It's probably the second one, honestly.
It is. It's 100% the second one.
I'm like, shit, I can't do it.
She's gonna rant me on those IG stories, man.
That's where those paddleboard. That's where the paddleboard came from. Like 100%. It came from that. He panicked. He was like, paddleboard.
She's
right, anyways, what do we got next, Pink?
Well, I want to say this. Did we even say where people could follow her? NicoleLynnOutdoors on Instagram and probably Facebook and the Talk.
Yeah.
And TikTok. And as much as people give me shit or whatever, she has so much stuff that I hope sees the light of day one day. That is like so unbelievably cool. Stuff that I don't think anybody else has captured.
You just need her, Pink, you need to get her like for Christmas, like a 2 terabyte SSD.
I know.
And just dump all of it for her. Like during Christmas when you're like cooking, just like have the laptop open and like slide an SD card and be like.
She has dozens of 256 gig cards of nothing but fish catches.
Wow. And you need to do that, and then you need her to go through it and like write notes while she still remembers everything. Because like one day, dude, 10 years from now, you could put out 100 film series of documenting muskies and just talk about.
She should put out like
all the stuff,
like a DVD or a movie on it, and like
dude, and you could do membership like Doug does, and oh my god,
or just pay for that. That
would be
on YouTube.
It would be insane. It would be insane.
But yeah, she crushes it on social media. I mean,
she's awesome. She's always like we said. I think everybody knows kind of like what we're talking about here. There's people who, males and females, who go enjoy the outdoors for what it is, and they love it, and you can tell it from their content, and they're passionate about it. And there's people who are like content creators who like go out and do it just to like get a paycheck and kind of move on with their life. And like I think Nicole is not that, like, at all. She lives and breathes it. Like, she's insanely obsessed with it. Same level as Jesse Baker. Like, they're on that same realm. Yeah. Just straight up badasses. Her, Jesse Baker, Christine Fisher. There's a hand, there's a good group of them out there.
She's so knowledgeable in what she does too. Like, I learn stuff from her constantly about how to do different things or how to work spots, stuff like that. But she, of anyone that I've ever met, she's so good at the social media stuff with like getting back to people messages. Like, if you genuinely have questions about kayak fishing, musky fishing, that kind of stuff, send her a DM, because she's like so good at getting back to people. And just like, she really knows her stuff. It's fun to watch like her do her thing. So
yeah, awesome. All right, Pink, what do we got next?
All right, so I guess let's get into some stuff we haven't done in a while. I mean, I know we've been kind of all over the map with this pod lately, but let's maybe jump into a little what in the world's going on.
I love it.
I got 2 of these.
You pick it off. I'm gonna do a little bathroom break. I'm usually due for about 8 of those a pod.
Yeah, for sure.
8 a pod. Wow.
All right, Pink, you got your list?
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for him to leave. Okay, cool. So for people that don't know, me and Pink do our own weigh-in every time Sobi leaves to go to the bathroom of things that are slower than Sobi's time to proposal. This is a good one. I don't think I've said this one yet.
Okay.
Logging onto AIM Instant Messenger.
Ooh, damn. That's good. So this one was actually, I got to say this one because it was actually someone sent this to me. I loved it so much. You kind of blew it because you did post that video tonight, but it was Bart uploading a YouTube video that wasn't part of a series.
This was part of a series.
Ah,
so
fuck. Okay.
it's still correct. Yeah. It still would be correct. But I did the Jude, which was an independent film, but I'll bite. That's fair.
All right. Yeah.
This also has to deal with Sobi.
Beautiful.
Things slower than Sobi's time to proposal. Sobi's time to completing his fantasy fishing punishment.
Oh, Christ. Yeah. Yeah. That's one that we probably need to get dialed up here pretty soon. But yes, that is a long-term project.
You two need to just fish Attorney Tuesday this year, and you just have to make him do it.
Dude, I'm trying.
Yeah. He's just avoiding you.
Yeah.
I think
that's what it is.
All right. You got another one?
God, I don't know. I thought I had my list here, but I don't. So I need to come up with one off the cuff here. I know I got at least 30 seconds. Let's see.
Things slower than Sobi's time to proposal.
I'm gonna say a plastic bottle returning to soil.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm going with that. Recycling.
God damn. He's for sure taking a shit right now too, because this is way longer than normal.
Maybe he's spinning up a new drink.
He could be. This is taking way longer than normal. God damn. I need to think of one now. Things taking longer than that. Bassmaster announcing the open schedule every year.
Ooh, there you go. That's a good one.
Yeah, I'll go with that one.
Let's see. Damn. I was so unprepared for this segment. I hope people.
Oh, here's another one. The time it took them to come out with Avatar 2.
I like that.
Don't know where I came up with that one. But yeah,
it's incredible. It really, digging deep, man.
Yeah,
I love
really digging deep.
I really love that.
Okay, Sobi. So this one I'll lead off, and then I need to Google two things real quick just so I have them in front of me because I forgot to do it before we started. But to lead it off, I just wanted to give this is what's going on in the fishing world, especially the social media fishing world. I'm sure you guys follow Sarah Parvin.
Yeah.
Just super, super, super sad. So if people don't know, Sarah Parvin, she has the Slab Lab. It's a pond or lake down in, I think it's Alabama, where she grows the biggest copper-nosed bluegills in the world. They are disgustingly large, and it's super cool. She's helped out a ton with different, biologies, fish science, tons of stuff she's done for fish management and people's ponds and everything. Just the other day, it's been really hot down there, and they're really good about keeping fish alive, and they have some fish kills sometimes, but they had a catastrophic fish kill, summer kill. Yeah. And she was posting that I think it's July, I don't know, whatever the day is, but it's basically the rebirth of the Slab Lab. They have to rebuild it all back up because it sounds like it was almost a complete kill. So I just want to thinking of Sarah. I know how much effort she's put into that for years. Those things are like her pets. That's literally all she does. So to wake up to that and go walk down to the pond and the whole pond was just dead 2 to 2 pound bluegills. Crazy. So super, super sad. So if you know Sarah or anything, definitely reach out to her. She's a badass. We'll for sure have her on sometime too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that is something that's going on in the world of fishing that's not necessarily super fun, but just want to give her a shout out. They do some great stuff and feel super bad for them. And I've always loved seeing the bluegills they catch. They're so big.
Oh yeah, they're incredible. They're specimens.
All right, Sobi, what do you got? What's going on in the world?
I am here to tell you that I have absolutely nothing. I feel like I've been living under a rock. I could tell you a good story on how my phone got brutally ran over, and then I've been kind of off the grid. Did I share that on the pod yet or no?
No.
I don't know if you told us that.
That's not what's going on in the world, though. You failed.
Yeah. Okay.
Pink, I got my next one or almost ready, so you can lead off yours, Pink.
Okay, so this one, this is actually something we've talked about on the pod before. This kind of came up recently. So I know before we talked about the whole that corner crossing law thing. That was it was a court case where they actually found in favor of those hunters that were corner crossing on.
Oh, the corner crossing case.
Yeah. Yep. So basically, like the people that lost that, the landowners or whatever, they appealed that decision. But because they did that, a story came out recently that it sounds like this case now, because it was appealed, will likely go to the Supreme Court for another ruling, I guess, on that. But obviously, if it goes the same way, I mean, if the Supreme Court finds in favor of the hunters again, like I think that would be like very precedent setting for like the future. But it's definitely not over. And like recently, I know.
There's been so much talk in the government with the private land stuff. That's going to be really interesting how that goes there with corner crossing.
Yeah, because I mean, not only is it like restricting access to land that could have potentially been sold, but it's also, there's millions of acres of public land that's only accessible via corner crossing at this point with those checkerboard areas. So this would be like pretty wild if they overturned it. But there's definitely some push on both sides. I have seen some of the organizations out there, like, I don't know if it's Backcountry Hunters and Anglers or one of those that they have a thing out there now that people can like donate money or something as part of like some sales that goes to like all the funding is going to basically paying the court fees and stuff for these guys to do it. And then like anything they raise above that's going to go to other people that have these same court cases that come up. So it's interesting stuff to look at. And like, if you care about public lands at all, I mean, this is something to at least pay attention to. I mean, obviously it goes to the Supreme Court. There's not, a lot we can do right now on like the decision-making aspect of it, but pay attention to stuff that comes up. Cause like, yeah, the public land sale bill was a huge thing, which I'm sure that fight's not over. You know what I mean?
No, it's going to come back probably every quarter.
Right. So anyways, but yeah, I mean, the corner crossing thing, I think this article said something like it could affect access to 8.3 million acres in the Western United States. So it's a big deal, especially if you care anything about hunting or just having access to public land. So
for sure.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. I got my next one. Well, it's 1/2. MLF and BP and Bassmaster released the BBT and Elite Series schedules. So I was going to go through them real quick and see what you guys think.
Yeah.
We can talk about it a little bit. So BPT, so Bass Pro Tour for the MLF. We need to have a BPT Pro on here soon.
Yeah.
We haven't had one. We have good connections to do a bunch of them. Like we should have somebody on.
We had Alton on.
Well, we did have Alton on. That's right. Yeah, but we can have like we can get Justin Lucas or Canal, or you could get Wheeler for us. So text you, boy. But anyways, BPT. Next year they're starting out Stage 1 Lake Gunnersville in mid-January. Stage 2 Lake Hartwell at the end of February. Stage 3. I know nothing about this, but we could for sure ask Alton because this is where he went to college. Lake Whitney and Lake Waco in Waco, Texas. Stage 4 OH Ivy and Lake Brownwood, which are also in Texas. Those are in March. Stage 5. I was super pumped to see this back on the list. Old school FLW venue. They're going back to Beaver Lake.
Yeah, that's
and
cool.
I am so excited to see it. Like, dude, those were some of the grimiest, weirdest tournaments ever, but like it was always one a different way in a different part of the lake. Like it was a cool tournament venue. Like I don't understand why people haven't gone there forever. I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird. I wonder
like Walmart or whatever, but yeah, it's a great venue. So I'm excited to see him go back there. Heavy hitters will be in May on Orange Lake in Florida, which has been like, that's been voted a top 10 lake in the country for the last like 10 years. So that could be really cool. Stage 6, Grand Lake. Stage 7 in August, Lake Erie out of Sandusky. So Red Crest isn't announced yet. So that's their schedule. Do you have any thoughts?
Well, I mean, based on how that last Lake Erie tournament went, I hope they have better weather. when they decide to go there, because that was a shit show. It sounded like.
Well, I don't. To be honest, like, I don't know why you run a Bass Nation tournament there. Like, that's, in my opinion, I don't think that's very responsible. Just, you hope all your anglers and stuff can handle that type of water, but like, dude, a lot of those guys aren't in brand new boats. They're not in perfect condition motors and like boats made for insane Great Lakes water.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people that were putting like 6 to 8 footers that have never been in 6 to 8 footers before in their life.
Yeah, probably wrecked a whole bunch of equipment.
Oh, dude, so many boats got tore apart. So many boats.
I saw a lot of posts about it, so
it was crazy. So definitely agree with that. But I'm super hyped on Beaver. I think, dude, Lake Gunnersville in January is going to be disgusting.
Gunnersville is going to be incredible.
It's insane right now.
And then Beaver, I just got to say, like, I feel like that's like part of my childhood, which made me fall in love with watching tournament bass fishing, is watching those old FLW productions. Like
Matt Airy, he always did well there.
Yeah, like his rivalry with like, David Dudley and stuff like that. Like, dude, incredible. Like, it went down on Beaver Lake. Those guys would go head to head and like, a lot of history there, and it's going to be sick.
It was a cool tournament venue. Okay, and then we got Elite Series. I actually am like, Elite Series schedule rocks in my opinion, and I have no idea what they're going to do forward-facing sonar rules or anything. I will tell you, looking at this schedule, I don't think there's any reason that they should limit forward-facing sonar because they scheduled around it. Like, you can kind of, as long as you have rivers and stuff and you don't do dumb stuff like they did. I mean, the year they did forward-facing sonar, that it was like the scoping tour was like literally a scoping. We were on this podcast and literally went scope the whole schedule. So this one will lead it off. So February 5th through 8th, Lake Gunnersville. Dude, that tournament is going to take...
It's going to be nuts.
It's going to be century belts, for sure. Probably 110 to 125.
Dang,
somewhere in there.
That much?
Yeah, it's going to be like 27 to 32 a day. Maybe
Gville
more.
gets so much pressure, but it is booming right now.
Like, you're going to see some crazy
booming.
big. There's so many big bass in it. The grass is so like the lake is just stuffed with bass right now. Then they got Lake Martin in Alabama right afterwards. I think that's where they had the open. Like, I think you kind of pray for 13 pounds there. Like, it's a grimy Alabama tournament.
I don't know.
And scope is kind of out of it because it's out in the open water stuffed with spots that are very little. But I'm sure guys will make it around it, whatever. But then they're going somewhere brand new. They're going to the Tom Bigby Waterway. It's in Columbus, Mississippi.
That should be interesting because I actually looked that up because I was just curious about it. I'd never heard of it or anything. But it looks like a place where people could make long fucking runs.
Yeah.
Like, and hit stuff.
Yeah. Like, it could be shifty.
Yeah, I think it'll be cool. And then dude, when the schedule came out, I texted our boy Blake Caps.
Mm-hmm.
How does he get 2 home events in his like 2 guaranteed years on the Elite Series?
Yeah, what did he think about that?
The Arkansas River in Muskogee, Oklahoma. That's even closer to his house than 10 Killer was.
That would be like, yo, you're in the Elite Series, Bart, and you get a tournament on Leech and one on Minnetonka.
Yeah, they'd be like, oh, we're going to Leech, now we're going to Minnetonka, and you're like, huh?
Like,
but does that not add some like a little bit added pressure of like, boy, you better catch them on your home?
Well, yeah,
water.
he didn't. Yeah, and he didn't make the cut at 10 Killer. But
that's what I'm saying.
Mean, it's a rookie year on the Elite Series, and I think he's learned a lot about how to fish tournaments, and then especially having like one where like you're the home field dude and nobody else has been here. It's you and Jason. So like learning how to navigate that, I think too.
Mm-hmm.
But then at the beginning of May, they're going to go to Lake Murray in South Carolina. And then in the middle of May, they're going to Santee Cooper. So that'll be interesting because that's going to be very post-spawn. Like, I don't know if fish really get out deep there. I haven't looked at I assume they do. I just haven't really looked at the place before. So that'll be interesting. And then I am super pumped about it, but it's going to be about 110 degrees every day they're there. They're going back to the Pasqua tank this year. They're going
like that.
middle of June, it's awesome because like it's gonna get one a completely different way because it's not gonna be spawning. Like, dude, that place was so sick.
Yeah.
And it almost sucks that Kyle Welcher just beat everybody by 50 pounds or whatever it was. But like it just shows you what's out there.
It shows you what's out there, but also it's like, dude, the conditions were brutal during that tournament. Like, I'd be curious to see what the bags would be like and how the field would stack up if everyone would have been able to weigh in each day. And like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously the wind plays so much into the game out there, but like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like there was a lot of guys that kind of got shut out just because of the weather. But
it'll be interesting because like now they've all seen it. And like, I know it's different time of year. It's going to go down a totally different way, but like they've seen it now. So like,
and kind of can game plan different and stuff.
Yeah. I think it's going to be, it looked like an incredible venue. Like the fans were insane. The amount of water there's big fish. Like there's so many
guys are running out in the ocean, dude. Like,
like Ike was running basically to the salt every day.
Yeah, it's super cool. So I'm excited about that. And then the Northern Swing, end of August, they're doing Champlain and St. Lawrence. By the time they're going to the St. Lawrence, there should be 100-pound bags. And depending what they do with forward-facing sonar, like if they alternate events, one of those could be non and one of those could be. Like I said, I hope they kind of keep it the way it is. But if they alternate it, it'd be kind of cool. I mean, it'd be cool if either Champlain or the St. Lawrence were non-forward facing. Like if Champlain was not forward facing, the largemouth are going to play a ton.
Oh yeah.
Like they used to. And then St. Lawrence, if it's not, it'd be cool to watch people fish shallow smallmouth. But I think those guys have been there so much now. They know where a lot of those fish drift around out deep and everything, and you could probably go blind fish them now, to be honest. But yeah, I think it's a great schedule. I think it'll be fun to watch. My only complaint is, and I say it every year when the elites and stuff come out, I just, dude, there's like 7 to 10 guys in the Elite Series right now that are from Minnesota and Wisconsin. How are we always going to New York where there's like 4 pros?
I was going to say, it'd be brutal for like guys like Polinick that live in like Idaho. This is like a terrible schedule to be on the road for.
Yeah, he'll live on the road all year for sure.
I know, I'm just saying, like, it's crazy how like heavily it's based in that like heavily east this year.
Yeah, and it's just,
dude,
there's so many playgrounds around here. Like, they bring in an open to Leech again this year. It's like, that's not an open venue, in my opinion. It's a great Elite Series venue, though.
Yeah.
Great Elite Series venue. And then,
dude, bring an Elite Series to Tonka.
Tonka would be great for an Elite Series event. Yeah, it would do okay. And then, dude, like Vermilion.
Yeah.
Vermilion. And like, I think it'd be hard for them to get a Tonka permit, to be honest, dude, because they can't do it on a weekend.
100
Vermilion
boats,
would
dude?
Be incredible. And then the other dude, Fort Francis. Like, how are you not going to Rainy? Like, it's one of the biggest bass fishing communities in the Midwest. Like, they have 3 giant tournaments every year, and your Bassmaster Classic champions from there. Like, you got all these guys from there. Like, you know what I mean? There's just so, like, we always go to New York, and you have the Johnstons, Paul Mueller, Alex Wetherell, Kyle Patrick's from New York, I think.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I could be forgetting someone, but, like, it's not like there's other guys banging down the door.
But there's like like every tour always goes St. Lawrence or Champlain.
And it's
year.
like, dude,
and they go to both of them. It's like, dude, you got to put.
You got Fighter, Felix, Downey, Schlopper, Kufal.
Or like mix in like the Sturgeon Bay.
Jay Shakura. Yeah, like
Winnebago.
Gussie.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you got all these guys. Like, dude, they could go do, like, for their smallmouth swing or whatever, they could go do Sturgeon Bay, and then they could do Vermilion. Those 2 tournaments would be incredible.
Yeah.
They would be awesome. And they'll be completely different than when they go to St. Lawrence and stuff. Like, at Sturgeon Bay, you're going to see a freak bag. Like, someone's going to bring in 27 to 30 pounds. Like, it's going to happen. But then the next day, they might bring in 15.
Yeah.
because the fish move so much compared to out on Lake Ontario and the other stuff. So yeah, I just think it would be nice to see a difference. I'd love to see Vermilion. I'd love to see him come up more, but I'm not going to keep banging the drum for it just because I don't think they're ever going to do it. So,
or even go back to the Dakotas, dude. I'd be
Oahe.
I think
yeah,
he's-
but dude, everyone complained. Like, and that's the thing. People are like, "Oh, Vermilion doesn't have cell service." They went to fucking Oahe, dude.
Yeah.
Like, there's no cell service on Oahe, and Vermilion, no matter when they go there, would be incredible.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they don't do it. It's a great venue. The thing is, they're never going to get paid to go to northern Minnesota because northern Minnesota doesn't need the tourism dollars.
True.
It's
Yeah.
stuffed all year. But like, if you want a good venue for your anglers and your fans,
And you want
You go
to
there.
see people just catch the hell out of them.
well, in Vermilion, there'd be people scoping and people not scoping. There'd
Oh,
be guys largemouth fishing. There'd be guys smallmouth fishing. There'd be guys banging docks. There'd be guys cranking. Like, you have everything going on.
Dude, yeah, you would actually have everything going on.
Yeah, you'd have people doing different stuff all over the lake. And guess what? Every one of them would have a shot to win.
Yeah.
Because there's so many different patterns and different things going on Vermilion all the time. So,
No.
but it's a cool, other than that, like I said, other than my just being like, I really wish they would come to the Midwest. Other than that, I think it's a great schedule. And like, I think they really scheduled around forward facing. So,
Yeah.
I think it's not going to like play in half the tournaments. I think it's going to be good.
Or guys will find new ways to use it,
yeah.
Or whatever, which could still be cool too. But yeah, no, I feel that. Nice.
So that's what's going on in the world. What else we got, Pink?
All right, let's burn through. So I did put out a thing on Instagram today to gather some intel from listeners on some things they wanted to know about. I think we'll do that, and then maybe we'll burn through. We got a good weigh in tonight.
Oh yeah.
So we'll go with these back to back. But okay, so let's just dig in here. We'll burn through. We don't have to do all of them. We got a lot this time, which is good. But like, all right, here we go. Okay, here we go. Let's scroll down to the bottom here. We'll lead off with this one. Corn sweat equals some serious swalls. Yeah, that's a real thing recently. I don't know if you guys seen this. The corn sweat.
Well, yeah, corn sweat's a thing, but like, what's swalls?
Sweaty balls.
Oh, okay. I thought they were saying swass or I just didn't catch that.
I don't think I'm understanding what you're saying.
You don't know what corn sweat is?
No.
Like when it gets super hot.
He didn't graduate college, Ryan. He doesn't know.
That's fair. Like corn when it's really hot releases moisture and makes like more humid.
Oh yeah,
really
that's why it's so humid in the Midwest in the end of July and August is because
corn be sweating.
Corn sweat.
Yeah, like legit, it's a thing.
And this person is concerned about it, so I think that's.
And it's just been really wet in general.
Yeah. What league has the most intriguing schedule for next season, MLF or Bass? I think that goes pretty good with what we just.
Yeah, I think they're both interesting for their own reasons, to be honest.
I'll be interested to see what MPFL does as well. Like,
do you think by releasing their schedule later that they do you think it's intentional, or like do some of these organizations try to go out first so they can be like, oh, we're claiming this shit?
I'll tell you what that I'm really happy with from I didn't see the date. I don't remember the dates of MLF, but at least Bassmaster.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these tournaments, I think almost all of them, but 3 are going to be done before May 1st up here, or like beginning of fishing season, which I'm a huge proponent of. Like I think it's more successful for Bassmaster and bass fishing in general if like by the time you get to summer, it's like, hey, you want like 2 or 3 tournaments, call it good. Just because, and like I don't even know if tournaments in the summer, like I know they got to flip the page, but like I almost missed the COVID year when they had tournaments in like September and October because it paid more attention. When it gets to summer, there's just stuff going on for everyone. Everyone's going to do stuff.
Yeah.
Like, dude, those early season tournaments, like, you know who watches bass fishing in January and February?
Us.
Dudes ice fishing.
Yeah.
Like, they're really watching, and it's fun watching at that time of year. So I love all the tournaments in January, February, and March. Those are my favorite ones to watch.
I've got something to say. What is the BPT cutting their field down to next year?
I think they're going down to 50.
See, that's what I thought too. So that's one thing. Like, I think their schedule is cool. I think it's sweet. But to have a field of 50 anglers, I think they could have done some.
Yeah, but they're going to some new lakes that are small. Like, they're going to that Lake Waco. They're going to OHIV. They're going to that Brownsville one. They're going to Orange Lake. Like, they're finally going to some venues that are like, okay, you can explore some stuff now that you have 50 boats. Yeah. But once again, that's where it comes down to, why don't you come to Minnesota, dude? They used to do MLF tournaments in northern Minnesota all the time when it was on TV. All the time. It's like, why are you not bringing 50 people up to Vermilion? You see that freaking the Champions Tour just got 284 pounds in 8 hours one day on Vermilion.
Yeah.
Like, dude, endless opportunities.
50 boats, dude. You could put them on a lot of places.
You could take them to Gull. They could go to Gull and Whitefish.
You go to,
it would be incredible.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Gull and Whitefish would be so sweet.
Could do Mille Lacs and Gull. 30 minutes apart.
Do Mille Lacs and Gull. Could you imagine?
Oh, it would be disgusting.
That'd be so sweet.
Dude, everybody would be so pumped. Could you imagine they go from scoping boulders in smallmouth to then they go to this new lake and they're like, what are they doing? It's like they're fishing docks and grass with jigs.
Docks and flipping foil, dude.
Yeah. They got 3 bait casters on the front deck. They just went from, it would be awesome.
That would be sweet. Someone needs, that needs to be brought up to them.
Yeah.
I like that.
Anyways, so.
All right. Let's go to the next one. Okay. This is probably maybe like a Bart opinion question here. It says Sobi versus Pink. Who wins in a wrestling match?
Pink. Yeah. No doubt. Pink.
I used to wrestle, buddy.
Sobi, you're not. Sidebar, Pink. Sobi seems kind of soft.
What day?
Oh, okay. Okay. Really? Because I don't have a sleeve? You're judging me now because I don't have a sleeve?
Jesus.
What?
Okay.
I think you just see. Don't you claim?
Okay, miss. I have to go to the bathroom 3 times a podcast.
I am a rapid peer, but don't you claim kindness for weakness?
Have you grown facial hair yet?
I just shave regularly.
I
did used to wrestle though, and I was pretty good.
You were pretty good.
I rolled with the Perriots, buddy.
I feel like Pink has old man strength.
I do.
Like, he climbs mountains and pulls elk out of stuff, and like,
Pink is a beast, no doubt.
I'm just saying, like, that's a compliment. You have strength in like places of like, you use muscles.
Maybe someday we'll test this.
Yeah,
we could wrestle.
We could.
We could eventually
go live, dude.
We'll do that after Sobi does his punishment.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's do a couple more here. What do the boys do to get through this part of the year?
This is what the fuck kind of question? Who the fuck are you? This is the best time of year.
This is summertime.
What a terrible question.
Who sent this?
Are you not from Minnesota?
Oh no, it's our Montana homie.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Bastard.
Peace and love.
All right.
We've been waiting for these 3 months, and we're in the middle of it. You don't wish this away. Like, my biggest pet peeve in the summer is when one of my ice fishing friends, it's like 97, and they're like, could go for this now, and they post a lake when it's -20, and you know what, Richard? I could leave that alone, actually. I'm good not being out there freezing my balls off. I'm very happy right now. I don't understand it. And the more old people get, the more they post it. The more old I get, the more time I get back from ice fishing and all my bones hurt. I don't get it. Riddle me that.
Adam, that sounded kind of soft.
Oh, are you a bitch? Is that?
yeah, that doesn't sound like someone with a sleeve.
I like heat.
Oh my god. All right, let's do a couple more here. Longest you've ever gone without sleep to fish?
Oh man, Ryan's got probably for sure the best.
Yeah, I don't have a good answer for that to fish. I have to put a video out.
Well, that's not what this says.
Yeah, but like that's what I got. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I drove down to Florida. I drove like 24 hours straight. 26, something like that. Would not recommend.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I don't think I've gone over 48 hours
I have.
to go fishing.
Nope.
Okay, well, that's what we're talking about here.
I don't. Yep. I'm just saying I have done that before. Would not.
I'm trying to think. It probably would have been a back-to-back situation where I like fished, then drove somewhere, and then fished again.
Mine would probably be like Maine, but like.
But you just
drive it
24 hours, probably, right?
Yeah, but like I slept for 2 hours on the drive, and then Griff and I got there and went to bed, and then like driving home from there was honestly worse.
Yeah,
that was long.
I would say the longest I ever went where we actually fished was when we did that 24-hour episode where we were like physically.
Oh yeah, no, 100. Yeah, we literally fished for 24 hours.
For 24 hours. No.
Yeah, no, screw all those people doing YouTube click videos of like 24 hours on an island. I eat what I catch. Like we literally actively fished for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
screw
sucks.
Those guys. Yeah, we should do that again.
Okay.
It sucked, but it was like low key. So there's some fantastic memories that came out of that.
It was, but also I wish
like
we would have done it somewhere else.
Yeah, that was a bad. Like we should do it again. Like we should do it this next winter.
Like
to be
somewhere
honest,
good though.
But like we could go to a different.
Yeah,
we could go to a different lake and do it overnight. Like that's,
I'd do it again. Yeah,
and like the one thing we have also learned is I think you want to start at 7 a.m. so that the next day when the sun rises, you fish for a little bit and you just leave.
Yeah.
Compared to like we were like, oh, we'll do noon to noon.
Yeah, that's
and like 8 a.m. to noon was miserable.
Yeah, it was probably horrible because you're on the way out.
When we just knew the bite was done, so we're like,
well, it never
just
started.
Here for clicks at that point. Yeah.
Yeah,
I would agree with Pink there.
But we did do it.
Yeah. So. You and Peric had to do some stupid things back in the day.
Yeah, absolutely. Even driving out to Montana and doing a bunch of fishing with Ryan that first trip. We were we were drinking like 3+ bangs and then
11-hour drive and then we fished till dark.
Yeah, like we were. Yeah, and then with Peric and them, we definitely. And then even Ozowski, man, like I feel like I've been tip-up walleye fishing with him for like a couple days and not even went to bed. and Andrew was getting weird. And I was already feeling sleep deprived weird. Andrew would be a great one for this question. Andrew would win this for sure.
We need to have Spock on just as a guest.
Yeah. He should be like
it would be a really entertaining episode for people.
A tri-weekly.
He should be a recurring guest once a quarter. You're just like, what's going on in Spock World?
I'm writing that down.
Yeah.
Spock's World.
He was actually telling me we were talking about rocks at Waldo's.
Oh yeah, there was a big Spock's Rocks conversation brewing.
Mm-hmm.
I heard it.
I'm actually very intrigued by that space. I think I'm going to get involved.
Shout out Spock. Shout out Spock's Rocks.
If you don't follow Spock's Rocks on TikTok, you need to.
Get there.
Big things coming.
Yeah. All right, we're jumping to the next one. This one, okay. So this is from Hellabass. And he said, would PTB accept a 1v1 live Sobi versus Hellabass for the Paw Patrol rod debt?
Yes.
Oh.
A live 1v1 tournament?
Yeah.
We
would accept. As long as we get Sobi fishing with a Paw Patrol rod.
In a competitive situation.
I will
and you won't have to edit the video then, Sobi.
It's just live.
I'll just take the Starlink off the roof of my house and just mount it on the boat. Does Rich want that kind of embarrassment though? Hellabass? Like, does he want me to just mop him in that Paw Patrol?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just asked for it.
He literally sent the question.
I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah, I think you should do
Okay.
that, Rich. I think that's a good one.
Okay. Yep. Yes is the
Yes,
answer to that
confirmed.
question.
We will accept.
All right, let's do one more here. Let's do Sobi, you talked about how night trolling walleyes is fun. Break it down for bass guys, please.
Oh, sure.
That's
Give him the
actually a
rundown.
fantastic
Give him
question.
the rundown.
Yeah, like break it down why it's fun.
Yes,
Yeah, I
because
think
they're
so.
all like you're high.
So, like, I absolutely love bass fishing, and I love tournament bass fishing, and I even love just fun fishing, bass fishing with my girlfriend Stephanie or friends or family. But just the way you fish when you fish a lot for bass or any species is you kind of like you're always seeking out new fish. You're always like hit another spot, hit a spot. It's going here. It's not going here. Oh, they're not biting here. Let's run here. Let's do this. Let's flip this. Maybe they're shallow. Okay, we'll go back deep. Let's scan this. Let's check this. Let's roll here. Let's do that. I feel like we do that. Even Steph and I do that. Like when we're fun fishing, dinking around, we always say we had a great time. We smashed them, or a great time. We caught them pretty good. But it's not like it's relaxing at all. Like Steph will always say that. Like she loves going fishing, but it's never like relaxing. It's not like it's relaxing at all. Trolling is freaking relaxing. Like, and especially kind of when you don't care. Like there is something so fun about throwing a freaking shad wrap or a husky jerk out the back, and you crack a beer, and it's in the middle of the night, and you just start making passes either on flats or on structure, and you just feel the bait freaking bouncing behind you. And then maybe every once in a while, thunk, hook up, and it's a walleye. And if not, you just kind of cruise around the boat. Like that, it's truly like, it almost feels like ice fishing, where there's certain times in ice fishing where I feel like it's so different than bass fishing. It's almost like it can be, when you ice fish in a hard house, it can be like actually relaxing and fun. Where like if you're out, running around with Mega Live 2, like it's fun and you smash fish, but I wouldn't say it's like relaxing. Is that a decent answer, you'd say?
I think so. Yeah.
I think that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun though. It is fun.
It is fun. Like trolling around in the middle of the night is fun. And there's kind of an ominous feel about it too.
And knifing a few walleyes never hurt anybody.
Yeah.
So all right, let's jump into, so we have a great weigh-in tonight. And I think we got to get this rolling, and we got to cap the pod with just a good weigh-in.
Yeah, it's been a while. Is someone going to keep notes here?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, so we have to be very specific on how we describe this one. So for people who haven't been here we haven't done a weigh-in in like months. So this is something we actually typically do more often, but we've been so busy we haven't been able to schedule them. So a weigh-in is we do a snake draft, and we pick a team of 4 basically, and then you vote online of who picked the best team. That's right, kind of the best way to explain it.
Yeah, so there will be a specific topic of which we have to select things and make our best 4 things that meet that category, and then we'll post it on social media and people can vote who's the winner. This will make more sense when you hear it happen.
Yes, and this one is kind of so typically before we've done like the worst types of fishermen.
Yep.
I don't know if we've done fast food restaurants, but that would be one. We've done different foods, stuff like that. This one is specific, but it's going to be good, and we're going to clarify this.
Yep.
It is things that are hard to do on the first try.
Yes. And now, very specifically, this means things that you would do potentially day to day or small tasks that are very difficult to do on the first try when you do them repeatedly. The first time you do this thing, every time, it is always a struggle.
Yes. So
not the first time you ever did something in your life.
Yes. Not the first time you ever did something in your life. Like, for example, parallel parking would be a very good example of first time you ever did something in your life. But for some people these days, it's not the hardest thing you do first try. per day
Every
because
time.
you learn. Yeah.
Yeah,
So, so it's things that are hard to do on the first try. How are we going to do selection order? Because it's been so long.
Yeah, this is a great question. Okay, let's do.
I personally would really like first.
Well, that's not how we just select.
I know.
Just for what you want. We got to at least make it kind of fair. Okay, all right, let's do this. I'll give me 1 second. We'll draw straws here. Or here. What do we got? I got a bunch of hooks. We'll figure it out. Oh, here we go. Shrink. Yeah, all right. We're on. We got shrink tubing straws right here. All right, so Bart, you can choose which one you want first. I'll hold up 3. You tell me which one you want, and then Sobi goes, and then I'll take whatever's left. Okay?
Are we going like longest straw or what?
Yeah, longest gets number 1, and so on. Bart, you select first.
I'm gonna go far left, so I think that'd be far. Nope. Other side. Yep.
This one?
No. Other one, all the way over. Yep.
This is Barty Boy?
Yep.
That's the longest one.
Hell yeah!
You get number 1. Sobi, you got it. You pick left or right here.
I'll take left.
This one? This
Yeah.
one.
No, the other
That's really hard because the camera's
This one?
flipped.
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, you're 3. I got 2. So you get the wraparound. Okay, we're on. So
Okay.
Bart, me, Sobi.
First pick of things that are hard to do on the first try.
Yep.
Get out of bed.
Ooh, nice.
It's a good one. And do we need we'll have 5 total by the end of it?
4
total.
Yeah, get out of bed. Nice.
I'm really hoping I get inspired here because I don't have very many.
Okay. And then it's me.
Yep.
I'm gonna go plugging in a USB cord correctly.
Decent.
Yeah, like the USB side. Yeah.
Yep.
That's a very good. Yeah. Okay.
It's a good one.
God damn, I still don't got more coming to me.
All right, Sobi, you go back to back here.
Okay. I'm going to go first one, super gluing anything / using super glue or super gluing anything. Like, every time you use super glue again for the first time, you get it on your fingers and shit.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
That's solid. I like that.
And then number 2, remembering old passwords.
God damn it. That's a really good one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like,
strong.
No.
I kind of, dude, off the cuff, I kind of got kind of a strong list.
Nice. All right, so back to me here. I'm gonna go with opening a child-proof cap as an adult.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
God, I'm gonna get dusted in this.
Oh.
All right, Barty boy.
I am going with so the first one will be replying to the first work email.
Okay.
And the second one is also, it's work related for me. Sobi will feel this one. Just start editing a video.
Dude, I have that on my list. All right, that I was teeter-tottering between a couple. That I'll take that one off. That's such a good one.
Start editing a video.
Got it. Yeah, I feel that.
I know other people can't necessarily feel it, but like literally, it is so. Yeah, Pink gets that.
No one feels it more than me.
Yeah.
It is hard. A long form video, like starting, because you have to like find the start, make the start, get a direction. Like it's just so hard.
Yeah.
It's hard every time, every single time.
Damn. Nice. Okay, so back to me here. I'm gonna go with let's see. Peeling off a price tag sticker.
Ooh, that is a good one.
That's a very good one.
Like there's been a million like birthday gifts or different stuff. You like, I should peel a tag off of that. or whatever, and then
you
it
get
kinda
like half of the
comes up.
barcode. Yeah.
Mm.
That's a great one. Damn.
All right, Sobi, you go back to back here to finish out your list.
All right, this is a weird one. I don't know if it's good, but it's weird. Getting Cheeto dust off your fingers. Like, do I lick it? Do I wash it? Do I wipe it?
That
It's
is
hard
also a
every
very
time.
good one. We have some very good lists here.
Yeah, and they're like all over the board.
all over the board.
And then last, but I think definitely not least, finishing a Randy B video.
Oh God, that's gonna win on the graph.
That's
God
hard
damn.
every time.
All right.
Finishing one.
Oh my God, that's good.
Everybody started one, but have they?
All right,
truly...
I got another one. I think it's really good.
All right,
Honorable
it's me and then Bart. You finish it off.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, I'm gonna go with cleanly tearing plastic wrap.
I don't even think that's possible.
Like what kind of plastic wrap are you talking about? Like from the
yeah, plastic wrap, like food cling wrap, whatever.
yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good one.
That is good.
All right, for the last pick,
It's really good.
Mhm.
I have not spilling gas when filling up a small machine.
Ooh, nice.
So whether it's a lawnmower or an ATV or just not spilling the gas, because you do every time.
Okay. Nice.
That's a really good one.
All right, I'll go through them all and then we'll do honorable mentions here. Sobi with super gluing anything.
That's a very good pick.
Remembering old passwords. Getting Cheeto dust off fingers and finishing a Randy B video.
Strong.
You're all over the place. That's
strong.
good.
Bart with getting out of bed.
Yeah.
I just feel like that was the 1-1 pick. I'm sorry, but I really do.
It is.
It's the hardest thing you do every day, and it's the first thing
yeah.
you do every day.
Replying to the first work email.
Yes.
Start editing a video. And
Yes.
Not spilling gas while filling a small machine.
Also a strong list.
All right. And then mine was plugging in a USB cord correctly.
That's such a really good. Like, I thought about it when you said it, and I'm like, I never do it right the first time. Like I even look at it, and I'm like,
why do you have to look
and
at
the crazy
it? And
thing
then
is
you do it, you're like, what?
And then you flip it the other way, which is obviously wrong. And you're like, no. And then you flip back, and then it works fine. You're like, why didn't it just work fine the first time?
Right. And as if you were just learning, not done it 5,000 times in
And
the
it's
last
the same
year.
process every time. Yeah, that's a really good pick.
It's unbelievable. Yeah.
Opening a childproof cap as an adult. Peeling off a price tag sticker and cleanly tearing plastic wrap.
Oh my gosh.
I think all three. This might be our best draft we've all collectively
This is
done.
quite good.
That's really
the
good.
graphic is gonna slap. People are gonna love this one.
Yeah.
It's just we really did have to explain there's
some nuance
that
to
are
it.
hard to do the first time.
Yeah.
Right.
Because that would also be very good. That would
But I like this one because it makes it go deeper. Because like we were talking before the pod, like I could say bait caster. If your first time you cast a bait caster, it is really difficult. But after you've done it for a year or a half year, like it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. But when you pull why is that easy to learn? I can do it great every time. But I pull plastic wrap out, which I've used since I've been, 7. And
and it's fucked up every time.
The 1 out of 50 shot, I get a really clean tear.
I've been eating Doritos for the past 10 minutes, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go wash my hands, and then I do, and I like get away from the sink, and I'm like, what?
You're like,
there's still dust.
Like, I don't know.
And I don't still dust. It's orange. Do I what do I
yeah,
do?
What do I do?
Yeah, what do I do with this?
Oh my god. All right. Any honorable mentions? What do you got?
I just thought of one.
Let's hear it.
I think this is really good.
Deal it.
Popping a popcorn bag perfectly.
Ooh.
So like where it's not burnt,
Not
Yeah.
extra kernels, but also not burnt.
and not extra kernels.
Like
I do-
100p clean pop.
I do feel like
I don't know if I've ever done that.
in the past 10 years, they've gotten better. I remember being like a kid and like they never popped right.
They
They were
burnt all
always-
the time.
They were burnt
Dude, I
all the
think
time or
popcorn
very
science
underpopped.
has come a long way.
I really think it has. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. That was I
Well,
was trying
I'm
to
gonna
put
make a
that
note.
more.
We'll look that up. We'll see where popcorn science is at these days.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
that's a great one, Bart.
Yeah. How about you? You guys got to have more.
I had finding the end of a roll of tape.
That is a
Like I
that
kind
could
of
have arguably been your
Yeah.
first pick. That's a really good one.
Everybody's pulled that electrical
There's
tape
people
or
in their
duct tape.
vehicles right now yelling, "Yes!"
Yes.
How many
Yeah.
times have you spun a full, like that clear fucking
Yes,
packaging
the
tape?
clear packaging
You
Oh.
tape
spin
is
it
the
all the way
biggest one.
around, and you're like,
you're like rubbing your
I
nail
know,
on it.
I know, I for sure went around it full time.
Well,
And then
and
you're like
back,
feeling it, and you're like, "Where the fuck is it?"
Oh my gosh.
I had getting the line through all the guides on a rod,
Yeah.
Yep.
and then I had choosing the right size socket wrench.
Oh yes, that's a
That's
great
a
one.
very good one too.
It's a great one.
Because like when you do accomplish it, you're like, "Oh my god, I did it."
Yeah.
But then you have to go back for the actual
The actual
the receiving like
ratchet part,
the
yeah.
ratchet part of it, because you left it there because you knew you were going to pick the wrong one. So
Yeah.
yeah. Mhm.
you still have to go back anyways. But
And that's probably the biggest. Oh, like honestly, in life, I feel like my next door neighbor could win $1 million. I would not be jealous. I'd be like, that's awesome for you. Well, that's awesome. Great. But when I see dudes like Steph's brothers are great at doing it, like they can just look at something and be like, oh, it's a 116. Why don't you grab that? Or that's 332nd. And I'm like, how do you know that, dude? No way. There's like,
Yeah,
and for
you're
the mass
lying.
majority of guys or gals out there that are like 5 out of 10 handyman, that's our biggest problem. We're definitely going back to the sockets.
I just thought of one that technology is definitely kind of taken away, but you guys will feel
What?
filling a tire up to the correct pressure.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, without like the tire gauge thing.
Yeah, like
like,
if you
just
go
tells
like
you
you go to Quick Trip now and you're just like 40 psi.
Yeah.
Whereas back in the day, you're like, okay, I'm at 27. Then you like count 1, 2, 3.
And then you put the
4,
gauge on and
5.
it's like 60, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah. Or
so
you put it
true.
on and it says like 25, and you're like, what?
What? That's so legit. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. This is just facts.
This is such. I knew when we picked this topic too. I was texting you guys. I'm like, this is
Great
low key
topic.
hard, but also this topic is endless.
Like it's kind of good, yeah. Yeah.
Sobi, do
Oh.
you have more written down?
Oh no, I don't. No, I don't. The starting editing video, that was an honorable mention that you took. Like that is for sure one. There's more. There's more. Please, if you're on YouTube, comment them down below. If you're on any other social platform,
Yeah,
comment them
things
down
that
below.
are hard to do on the first try. Leave the comments on Instagram, Facebook. We'll post a graphic with like the leaderboard. You can pick who had the best one. But yeah, I don't even think like if I lose this one, I don't even think I'll be mad. I think we all
No.
gave great effort. And
think
I'm
so.
excited to see other ones people comment.
Yes,
I know. Like
because
just
they're gonna
like-
comment them, and you're gonna go, "Oh, yes."
Oh, applying sunscreen to all parts of your body and not
Yeah.
missing one.
Yeah, I think you could just put applying sunscreen. It's like
Yeah.
difficult every time, like or just weird
Applying
every time.
sunscreen. Also, because you're like, I don't need it. That's the first step of it. It's just being
Yeah.
like accepting that you do in fact need to put sunscreen on.
Yeah, I got to get to that point. I've been naughty lately.
But no, that was that was a very good way in. That was good. People give us more topics and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that would be good. I think more topics like this would be good.
Yeah.
We could
We're
do
here for
green things, yellow things, round things.
We've done some of those things.
I know, the infamous cheese curd.
Well, you were wrong. So
Could do pizza toppings still. Stuff like that.
I think we did that one.
Did we?
Or we did taco toppings. Taco
Might have been
toppings.
taco. You did taco toppings with
That was
Will.
a good one though, too. Though
That
That was a
like
good one that I thought you dusted, and then everyone else was like, "Yeah, Hunter Doritos," and it's like, what?
Yeah, crushed Doritos was like a cult following fucking deal. I don't know.
I was like, "Oh, okay."
The niche
People don't
markets
know.
are out there. They're bigger than we think.
I know. Crazy. God
All
damn.
right.
Anything else you want to get into, boys?
No, I think it was good for all of us to be back.
I like it. I like
PTB is back.
it. PTB's back. PTB never left, brother.
PTB Nation.
Yeah. I mean, great episode. We had a great guest, great weigh-in, great topics. We caught up.
It's unreal. There's no way we lose number one this week.
No.
No, this one felt, sometimes you get done and you're like, yeah, that felt good. That was this week.
That was this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
And I want to make clear to anybody that's made it this far in the pod, A, we thank you. Thank you so much. And B, we truly mean it when we say comment on stuff or reply to Instagram stories or shoot us ideas. Like we're always live on the socials and we're replying and we read everything.
And you're also not alone. There are people like who hit us up all the time. So like, hit us up, give us ideas. We love all the fans of this.
We read everything you send us.
And it can be random and crazy and off the wall. Like there's no rules.
We want to do PTB for a long time. We want to do it more and we want to do everything. So if you guys can keep sharing this with your friends, share it with your friends, share it with everybody, put it all out there. When we share social clips, share them to your story, do whatever. Like, let's get this baby rolling. Let's get Pink to quit his job.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's a goal. All right. Don't forget to slide into Pink's DMs and tell him to quit his job. And also, whenever someone comments feet pics on a Nicole picture, give them a price. Be nice.
Hashtag pay to play.
Yes. 100%.
No free toes. Come on.
No free toes. Hashtag no free toes.
Hashtag no free toes. All right. Thank you, everybody, for listening to another episode of Pass the Barb. We will see you on the next one.